it says that we're live here. We're a little bit late. We encountered a bit of technical difficulties, which unfortunately have changed the stream concept for what we're doing today. Normally on Saturdays, what it is that we do is we start a brand new stream campaign just for the people who are around here, and we work on that. Unfortunately, when I tried to start a new game about 4 times at this point, it basically started loading forever and then crashed. So not exactly what we were looking for, and I've tried this a couple of different times. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time before the stream started to run the thorough test. My mistake entirely, because I really wanted to upgrade to the most recent version of RogueTech, which included things like being able to turn off PPC defense systems. But unfortunately, it's not going to go that way. So we can salvage things a little bit and pick up a little bit more on Ripper's campaign. So that's my plan until I can get this thing sorted for next week. It has not been a great week for streaming for us. We had to cancel Wednesday's Starfleet Command stream on top of that. So today we are going to be streaming for the next 2 hours the next installment of Ripper's Rumblers. And then hopefully next week we'll be able to start the actual stream campaign that we normally do. I'm really not sure what's going wrong with it, but I really want to get it sorted before, well, next Saturday. Anyway, with that in mind, let's check in on everybody's favorite lands. Yeah, I know, Laurendell. I was trying to get it in earlier on in the week as well, and it just did not happen. What happened was weather. We basically got snowed in at work, and that was not something that we were able to overcome. By the time I got home, it was like 10 o'clock, and it's like, at that point, you need to go to bed to get up for work the next day. So we are currently staring at a whole bunch of our mechs currently being rebuilt. The Hunchback and the Centurion took pretty nasty hits in that last fight. Hatchetman and the Valiant came off pretty lightly, but other than that, we're doing pretty well. We've got 20 days until the next financial report. We're sitting at 912,654 C-bills, and the Argo will have a lounge in the next 10 days, so we'll be able to chill out and relax. So let's kick on the days and roll forward, since we can't really do anything until we've got all 2 of these mechs out of damage space. So most of our MechWarriors are back. The Argo Lounge has been fixed. The Argo Lounge is good for a mech tech level, which is the reason we got it, because it was a mech tech level plus additional morale, which we kind of needed. So we're not really in a position at the moment, I don't think, where I want to go starting to spend a whole ton more money on brand new upgrades. So we're going to sit the Argo where it is for now as we keep on chugging along. Are you concerned that the Valiant and the Hatchetman won't be able to handle higher skull missions? I'm worried the Hatchetman won't. I think the Valiant can be modified to be able to do what we need it to do, because it works high in the initiative order. But we're going to have to see. It's a very new experience for all of us. So managing inventory shrinkage. Oh no. Omega, my second in command, my second gunner, has been stealing supplies. Well, for the first time, we're actually going to fire this guy. Yeah, so we're throwing him out the airlock. He's not allowed to stay with this. I do not like the criminal result where it comes up where it says, oh, well, you've got this guy who's stealing from you, especially the medical supplies. Completely unacceptable. That does mean we had to get rid of one of our better pilots, but we are still early enough in the campaign that it's not going to be a hugely terrible thing. So we're going to do a quick check on the hiring hall, because we have been keeping basically both lances working at full speed. Now let's check to see who's currently available. Yeah, someone off the ship for the first 2 minutes. Always a bit of a rough one. We've got Cornet, who is a recruit, Ice Tray, who is a Kickstarter backer, and Witness, who is a Ronin. I'm kind of leaning towards Ronin. I mean, what sort of backgrounds are we looking at here? He's military, he's a mech warrior, so that's huge starting increases in XP. More XP cap, and spacers to reduce costs for this pilot. I think Witness is probably going to be it, unless Ice Tray is just sitting on top of some massive buffs. No, he's not. We're taking Witness. Hire Witness. I want him on board. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the stream. We've just fired Omega because he was stealing medical supplies, and we picked up Witness. So let's check out Witness and see what he can do. Also, Hacker still fatigued or in the hospital? Oh yeah, Hacker took a headshot, didn't he? So we have Witness on board. Witness can fill in for Omega. So we're going to basically rebuild him in the exact same way that Omega was, so gunnery and piloting for that. And we basically lost nothing except for 61,000 C-bills, and we have a brand new pilot. Lovely. We're still waiting on the Hunchback and the Centurion to be fixed, and after that, well, we'll also have the Hatchetman and the Valiant, so that'll be all good. And then 15 days after that, we'll finally be able to get the Raven online, although I don't anticipate that happening anytime soon. Alright, we've got 4 mechs and 2 days. Ooh, do we go on a mission, or do we wait for the Hunchback? Because right now, we've got the Enforcer as a backup. But the Hunchback is much better than this Enforcer. At least it has more firepower. I think we had taken a mission. let's check it out. First, check the barracks, just to make sure that everybody has a level up. We did witness, but other people too. Alright, we're going to go for piloting on Ripper, so he's a gunnery piloting escort. Majestic could use a level. Do we want to give him health or unsteady threshold? I think health is a little bit more important right now. Yeah, unfortunately, we're having a little bit of trouble starting a new game. So, whereas normally what we do on Saturdays is we start a whole brand new stream campaign, because I decided to upgrade to the most recent version of RogueTech and I didn't test it early enough before the stream to catch it, whenever I started trying a new game, it would just infinitely load. So we're going to dive on top of Ripper and do that one for now. And that way next week we'll come back with the brand new stream campaign. Hammer, I kind of want to give you a tactician ability. Removes 1 bar of stability damage, +2 resolve gain, minus 25% or 50% criticals, +1 to initiative and tactics rolls. Kind of want to do that just because I think that would actually work well with the Juggernaut, because you'd want your melee people to move as fast as possible, as early as possible, and then you pick up Berserk as your ending skill. Piloting, you get to shoot and scoot, but if your goal is to get as close as possible, well, actually no, that's not terrible, because you'd shoot and then you'd sprint. Although shoot and scoot means you can only get to walk. So yeah, we're going to go with tactics. I'm not sure how it's going to work in the long run, but I think that might be a way to go. Hacker needs to get just everything up. He needs piloting, and he also needs guts. I think we're going to give him piloting for the unsteady threshold. Wait, no. Guts gives me just health. Yeah, we're going to go piloting on this one. Makes him a little bit more vulnerable if he gets knocked down, but that's fine. We should be able to make good stuff happen with that one. And then we have Exodus currently building up. He's going to basically become another shooter-gunner. Gunner and shoot and scoot. But do I want to build up tactics? I think we do. Tactics has become a much more important ability in this version of RogueTech, simply because it now relies so much more heavily on the initiative system. So I really do think a decent tactics will help us kill people before they can actually harm us. Another punch. Brother, where do I want to go with you? You are driving the Valiant, aren't you? Yeah, because Hammer's in the Hatchetman. Yeah, we're going to go tactics. As fast as we possibly can, manage to nail the enemy before they can actually do anything. Alright, now that we got our pilot sorted, we're 2 days before the end of the month, so we really can't afford to spend too much. So we're probably going to want to take a mission for money. Something quick and easy, a half skull. Oh, but that's 3 of 13, but odds are it would just be tanks. Get a 4 of 17, but that's an escort. Could have battle at 1 skull. 3 of 13 is also pretty good. Are there any terrible salvage ones? No, they're not. We've already gone through all those. So, I think we'll go for salvage. Something easy on it. That way we're not spending too much at the end of the month. Let's get the Enforcer in here. And since Omega is gone, Witness, welcome to the club. And so we'll take Hammer the Valiant, Brother in the Hatchetman, Ripper rocking the Centurion, and Witness bringing up the Enforcer in the rear. Lovely. So we'll drop this Lance on top of things, and hopefully that loading problem that we're having isn't actually going to creep itself into the regular game, because that would be really unfortunate. I wouldn't want to have to cancel the RogueTech stream after hyping it on Friday. Because that would be tremendously embarrassing. Have been able to patch 1.4 BattleTech to RogueTech yet? Like you haven't done it yet, or what? Because RogueTech has been patched up to version 1.4, so it can operate on that. Alrighty, the easiest solution that most people suggest is basically just clean out every single folder, remove BattleTech entirely, and then go with a fresh install. I mean, you're going to lose your save, but it'll work out much better. So that's actually what I may end up doing after stream today, is basically just clearing everything out, making sure that I try and save the folders that have Ripper's Rumblers, because it would be even worse to actually lose them. Oh good, the mission's ready. But yeah, what I did when I upgraded to this version from, I think we were on 996 or 995, we were way back, is I just went through and I selected everything under the list, deleted it, uninstalled BattleTech entirely, went through the uninstaller on RogueTech, and then reinstalled everything on top of it, and that worked fine. So I may end up having to do that again for this version, because if it's going to make it so I can't start a brand new game, I can't work with that. Alright, so Brother is ready to rock. We have unknown units already located, at least on long-range sensors. The Hatchetman is really not the kind of mech that I want to rely for this. So we're going to set him up on an area where he can look down. He can use his jump jets to hop down this area, so it's not that big of a deal at all. And then he's just going to sit there, being a target for anyone who wants to shoot him. Nobody does, so Hammer will now get to run around the side at maximum speed, because he is ridiculously fast. And if this doesn't give me sensor lock on something, there we go. We're already in sight range of the Zephyr. So Zephyr, unknown target. We can plink away with a pair of ER mediums. They don't suffer any sort of recoil. Nothing to hit, but we didn't lose anything by it. A little bit of heat gain, but by the time we're going to actually shoot it, get up above the line, we should be able to charge somebody. Enemy movement moving. And what are you? Oh, you are very unfortunate for already hitting me with things. Okay. According to this, you are a Centurion, so we're squaring off against ourselves, basically. Looks like the Valiant didn't actually manage to take any major hits, which is good. We're taking long-range fire as well. And the Valiant is just standing in the rain. And of course, reinforcements show up. And Darius doesn't tell us until after we've taken damage. Ooh, is that a high? Okay, good. I thought for a second they were up here on the high ground. They are not. They are down below. So that's going to make our lives just a little bit easier. And I can get a shot on that Centurion. What are we looking at here? 25. And I saw that we also had an obstructed line of sight on that Zephyr. There it was. And that'll give us also a 25. Kind of want to stick up here just a long-range fire on him. It's not like we have too much else to work with. We'll move up to this corner. That way we can kind of run back and around without too much trouble. And just keep slinging shells downrange. Really, at this point, what we're going to do with our long-range guys, we're just going to provide enough covering fire for our melee mechs so they can get in relatively unmolested. Although the Centurion, I would like to get relatively close. His MMLs are quite good, though. 37% even at this range, even sprinting. We have no idea what kind of armor he's currently sitting at. Although I do believe the mission said that it wasn't going to be very good. So I'm going to set this to a cluster round to see if we can't pepper the armor a little bit. It gives us a little bit more accuracy. And getting some hits in. Nothing penetrating, I don't think. But we're definitely giving them something to think about. If the Centurion moves in close enough, I might actually be able to stab him with our sword. Because that's a bit of a run right there. Long-range fire coming from the Zephyr. Not that long-range, a couple of medium lasers. Oh, we took a head hit on that one. That's unfortunate. Down to 21 plus 16. So a little bit vulnerable. Larger scale autocannon can blow his head off at this point. The Zephyr is, of course, an A-pilot zipping on forward. He will be within melee range for us. If we can't get anything else, it's a good move to run up to him, slam him, and then cover in our armor. We've also got some target over here. Hello, Zeron. Welcome to the stream. We're currently going through our mainline campaign because we're going under a little bit of a glitch, but we're hoping to have that fixed for next week so we can start a brand new one. Oh, our leg is open quite badly. Is that an ultra autocannon? It's got to be. He's firing twice. So I managed to nail our leg, which is extra bad. And then a tag up top. So they are keeping tags on our melee mechs. That is not good at all. He is an ace pilot. He's coming forward. Ooh, that might be a bad decision on your part. Because I might be able to get up close to him and hit him with a sword. And once we start getting into melee range with him, that's when the fun really begins. Got a Fulcrum tank moving in on our back. I assume he's also going to target our guy in the low ground. Yeah, with a large laser. Holy crap. So, the Valiant getting in a little bit over its head. That's unfortunate. Probably should pull it back, honestly. Because they've pretty badly outpositioned him. As much as I'd love to dart in on the Centurion, because I think we might have the range, that might not be the best thing to do. Yeah, Lord, no. He does want to hit him with his sword. Can I go now, please? No, you're just going to keep stacking the enemy fire. Jesus. So, that is definitely fired from the high ground. But they did spawn up here. That is unfortunate. Come on, give me my mechs back. Okay, finally get to do something. Jeez. Alright, so we can shoot from up here. I want to get down there, though. Jump jets. Jump jets do activate, and they can put us into a position where we can be shot at, which is good. I want them to start absorbing a little bit of fire. It's not going to be tremendously accurate with everything, but we're going to shoot at that Zephyr because he's out in the open. Oh, they're sitting on top of full armor, too. So, slugs it is. Unfortunately, we missed him. Kind of to be expected, an 18% chance. Probably not going to hit him, but the medium pulse lasers starting to bore into him a little bit. Doing a good job. Not getting him down anywhere serious yet. Alrighty, I can run over here and axe you. And that'll also get rid of our stability damage. That'll give us some defense going on here. And that'll get us, hopefully, out of line of sight of the enemy. And he misses. Of course he did. Jeez, what is wrong with you today, Hammer? Taking all kinds of fire, and now you're missing your melee attacks. Seems like they lowered the accuracy. That's because we're just at the beginning. Welcome back to the beginning of the game, where nobody can hit anything. Long-range incoming missiles. Luckily, the forced plus our plus our maneuverability bonus, able to keep us nice and safe. Ripper's going to be in a good position to follow up here, I think. Can I get a side angle shot? I can, right there. Only 11%. That fulcrum is fast. That is unfortunate. Can I get closer? How close will this give me? 13's not very good at all. So the fulcrum's not really much of a target for us at the moment. We can't really hit him all that accurately. Got to set this, unfortunately, to... Got to set it to slug if we want to do any real damage to this Zephyr. I could take potch. Ooh, wow, actually that's 79s. That's really good. And the elbows? We're going to multi-target. Our good accuracy missiles are going to go into the Centurion. Everything else is going to go into the Zephyr, since I'm not too concerned about anything else. And make sure that that's the slug round. And we'll tag the Zephyr. So, spray him with a couple of missiles. See if he enjoys that one. Oh, really good accuracy all around on that one. Unfortunately, we're not close enough to get any good ammo. Oh, we hit him with the cannon. Nice. So the Zephyr has been nailed, and he's been tagged on top of that. Witness, can you follow up on that? Because that was really good for us. With a 25% he can. That's not very good. If I move... Oh, wait. He does have jump test. Okay, so I will move off in this direction. We'll jump down next turn. Keep operating in this area. And nail the Zephyr. Missed with the cannon. But one of the medium lasers was able to follow up. And back up to the top of the initiative, which is like all of these guys first for some reason. Probably light mechs. So we do have movement. Ooh, we got things on sensors. Fire truck and a hunter. And what the heck are you? A patent tank. So shelling the Hatchet Man just a little bit, but the Hatchet Man is fine. Hi, Hammer. Would you like to actually hit something? If I do this, I won't be able to move, which is extra ungood. If I do this, I'm going to get shot at from multiple angles. What do you have? Got to be an Ultra Auto Cannon. Ultra Auto Cannon, LRM 5, LRM 10, and an unknown close range weapon.
Good to go.
I think I'm going to stand still. I'd like to kill this guy without having to do it. Oh, we're being jammed by ECM. That's probably one of the problems. There we go. So we took the Zephyr out of the fight. Now, the problem with that is the Valiant is now horrendously exposed. But I think I can move up to cover him. Maybe. Cross your fingers a bit. This is going to require a little bit of luck. But now that we've taken the Zephyr out of the fight, who is actually providing this ECM? That'll be the real question. Someone back here? We've got a hunter and a fire truck, so they wouldn't have it. Oh, lots of laser fire coming down. Couple of penetrating hits. That's on the leg. 19. He's been detected. Target acquired. We got to get him on the move soon. Or at least pull him back. Because that low on the leg is a bit of a problem. If they manage to nail us with that, we may lose the mech. So some movement going on off in the distance. Hopefully they will sort themselves out relatively soon. Ace pilot of the Zephyr pulling back. And up to Brother. Brother can actually get right over here onto the pattern. And that'll put him through rough terrain, but he's going to shed the stability damage. It's a 77% chance to hit, times 2, that'll be 228. So if we hit him, we'll probably kill him. Let's go for it. So that way we're putting the Hatchet Man up front. Hopefully he'll absorb a little bit of fire. He's not incredibly heavily armored, but he's got a decent amount. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to actually penetrate that forward armor. Jeez. Stop fire, get the Valiant, please. Oh, that leg is so exposed. Alright, Ripper for a follow-up on somebody. Can I get a shot on the pattern? That's the real question. Because if I can, that armor's got to be almost through. I thought I saw it. There it is. So, 22. Could shoot on him. He's mostly exposed. Any information on the pattern armor? Not really. If I move out here, I'm really putting myself exposed to that Centurion. And that Centurion we know has an Ultra Auto Cannon. So, we don't really want to put ourselves too much in the way of that. If I walked and fired, I get my missiles on good accuracy again. Could fire a cluster into that. Yeah, that'll put me around 30% accuracy. What happens if I just sit still? Oh, very good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to slug him. Yeah, we're going to slug him. Everybody else has been in full armor, so is he. So we'll fire our AC-10. We're going to shoot and scoot. Managed to miss him with the cannon and the lasers, but the MMLs I'm expecting to make up some of that. And they do an okay job. And that will allow us to keep moving up. I think we're going to move right around there. We are going to take a little bit of fire, but hopefully we're a bit tanky enough in order to actually handle the incoming damage. And the reinforcements are on the roll. Stop shooting the Valiant. Jeez. That leg is being held on by baling wire and chewing gum at this point. So we got to pull the Valiant way out of this fight. Next time he's up, he's gone. Multi-targeted with that tag. Okay, but didn't actually manage to hit the Centurion, so we're good on that. And he's got to pull away. He's a little bit evasive. Hi, witness. You're on high, shooting down, right? Doesn't give you very good accuracy. Okay, jump down. I think range is going to be a bigger problem here than altitude. Get a good shot here. 9.2. Yeah, a little bit rather. So dropping down, we are very evasive, very protected, and keep the fire down on the Centurion. Missed him again with the cannon, but did manage to nail him with one of the medium lasers. And we will slowly get them to start shooting at our mediums, hopefully. Yes, we've got incoming fire on the Hatchet Man this time, luckily for us. So it's no longer targeting the Valiant. If we can pull the Valiant out of here, we'll have a nice, good time. Nope, nope. Okay. Stop doing that. The Valiant's moving next. He's gonna hide. Well, he's gonna try to. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting thing, trying to get out of range of these guys up here. So probably a nice pilot, probably a vehicle of some description. I'm gonna guess a tank. I wish I had actual scans on the Centurion and knew what he was about to bring to the fight. More damage! That arm is now open. The arm contains a combat shield. That's very unfortunate. Okay, we're definitely pulling him out. Hammer is officially out of this fight. I'm not risking that combat shield. I'm not risking that leg. Also, he is no longer... Yeah, he's unstable now at this point. Is after thinking about it and managed to make an ace combat. Alright, Hammer, go, run, flee. Oh, I can't flee. Can I do this and flee? Oh, I can. Okay, good. So, let us run at maximum speed. And how good is my back armor? I want a Ratchet Man that can repair friendly mechs. That'd be amusing. Do I show my back to him? That would give me a lot of armor. Unfortunately, most of my escape routes take me in a position where I have to expose my weak side. Can't run too far. How far actually am I running? That's actually not insignificant. The highest speed and lowest drag. Unfortunately, not quite that much. Oh, almost. Kind of where I want to go. Yeah, we're going to reveal our backside a bit. Try and cover our right with our left. Get the Valiant on out of here. And hopefully he's not as visible to the enemy. It's a Jenner. Okay. So we have a Jenner. Who's got the cannon? I want to know who's up there with a cannon. Stop doing that. Please. Okay, I revealed my back to you, and you can still shoot at me. Well, of course he can shoot at me. He can see my blip, no doubt. And Centurion's an ace pilot. He's moving up. He's evasive and in cover now. That's unfortunate, but I think the Hatchet Man might be in range. Oh, I kind of knew this would happen, but I was really kind of hopeful it wouldn't. Next turn, I can get him back here, facing towards the enemy. He'll be a little bit better defended. But until that happens, he is vulnerable, man. Brother. Oh, brother, where are they? Let's get on up here and see if we can't remove this cannon. So, yeah, I think a side attack is going to be the way to go. Brother, I really need you to actually dig deep and hit with that 82% chance. This scene censored for your convenience. Oh, there goes his arm. There goes the cannon. Good. So we took out that ultra auto cannon.
That hit something good.
That's perfect. We took a risk with it, and we're rewarded. Got a hunter up here. I need to see who that last blip is, because that's the one who's got the cannon. A little bit more fire coming down. Hopefully I can get a little bit more fire. Alright, so who are you? A Clint. Oh, Clint's. They have AC5s.
I hear ya.
Alright, Enforcer. Enforcer can get on the move. Enforcer can sit still and just shell if he wants. I mean, I'm not completely opposed to that. Or I could walk slightly to the side. But just sat still and open fire. What am I looking at here? 30%. I do have an open sight on him. There might be ammo in there. We could go hunting for it. Oh, of course you don't have a... You do not have an LBX. You have a standard autocannon. So with that in mind, we're going to have to get on the move then. Got right up next to him. Oh, I can get into his own cover. That lets me open fire with the medium lasers. And that might underrun him a bit. It'll also draw a little bit of fire, which I'd like to do. Spread out the damage just a little bit better. Oh, but you are vulnerable. A little bit. No, I'm going to focus on the Centurion. I want him down. Cannon missed. 2 medium lasers hit, however. And he's slowly getting exposed.
Yes, Commander.
Bit by bloody bit. Slug round would have 25%. How about if I sprinted? Nope. I still need Ripper. We're not selecting the next guy yet. 25%, and we're closer. We're going to do it. Alright, but we are going to hunt for hits. We're up to a cluster. That'll put us up to 43%. We have good accuracy on this one. So hopefully we will remove this Centurion from the board. We're going to have a high speed low drag assault with 2 Ultra AC-20s. It's funny you should say that. Because you could get yourself a... Oh, what's it called? A Marauder 2. You can put a pair of Ultra AC-20s in that thing. Okay, the Clint opening fire, managing to hit us with his AC-5, and currently being represented by a Panther. That's not terrible. Alright. Got an unknown ring off there. And the Jenner is a what now? I didn't have a good view of it. It's a Jenner F, okay, 4 medium lasers. Pretty standard Jenner. We can handle him if we can get to him. He will be quite quick. Alright, Hammer.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, keep running. The point of view is to not be here. So if you can get away, that would be grand. Don't want to quite face that direction, but I also don't want to put my right leg towards him. Oh, I can get over here. Lovely. We'll just set up way back over here. And brother is hopefully free. I don't want to have to eject him because, you know, ejecting him would be irritating. Enemy turn. Let's see who gets to make the move. Hopefully not that Patton tank or the Zephyr. I'd like to kill this. I want to kill all 3 of these vehicles down here. The fire truck, the Jenner, the Clint, kind of a problem. But this, just his beam spam is dangerous to us. Especially because we're doing a lot of sprinting. And his ace pilot means it's hard to hit him. He is a hover tank after all. Oh, he managed to tag the Centurion. That's unfortunate. Ripper's going to have to deal with that relatively shortly. I think I'm going to have Ripper try and kill the Centurion. That CT armor is open, so slug rounds will be perfect in order to try and knock him down. Zephyr on the move and exposed. Fire truck on the move with his support weapons. And let's see what kind of support weapons he brings to the table. First of all, machine guns. And Infernos.
Minor damage, Commander.
Oh, but he jammed his machine guns by firing too much. Unfortunate for him. So we won't have to deal with one of those machine guns for a little while. Oh! Nailing the hatchet man in the back. I kind of forgot that his back was towards this tank.
Internal damage.
And a flamethrower as well being dumped on the Centurion. Doing fine with that one. So the hatchet man is going to have to pull that back away. That was very much my mistake. We got very lucky that we didn't lose a lot of things. Holy crap. Ooh, he's not going to be able to cover that soon. Let's line up our Centurion. We're going to kill him this round. 63%. Shoot. And hunt for the crits. If that's not enough, we got him. Alright, so the enemy Centurion's down. Now we just got to deal with the Zephyr and the Patton tank. And, you know, everything else up top. But the Zephyr and the Patton tank are my 2 major concerns.
On my way.
And we are being jammed. So is that Jenner electronic warfare? As I'm kind of thinking he might be... I can't go there. That's too exposed. Oof. Don't have enough for... Well, I could go here. What am I exposing? Might be a back attack from over here. From over here. And there's a Jenner. He's very maneuverable. He'll be quite quick. Yeah, I don't think I can... Don't think I can risk that. So if I strike here, move in this direction, it's not a very fast move, but it does turn us around. He's got a 72% chance to hit something, so let's pull that one. This should hopefully, if he hits him, give him some cover. And stomp that one out. Okay, now he's facing the right direction. He's got his forward armor facing the enemy. He's got the buff because he's a juggernaut. And they hopefully will not be able to murder him. Now, on the bright side, we do know that we hit this guy, yeah, his front armor, with the entirety of our boot. So he does not have much left here. If Witness can get a good shot on that front armor, then we're just golden. All right, walk up front just a little bit. Or do I focus you? 37% chance on that cannon. That is just terrible. Oh, I can get it better if I walk up to him. Also, if I'm not aiming at his forward armor where he's extra weak. Which is kind of why I want that forward armor. 50%? Yeah, I'll take it. The Enforcer needs to eat up a little bit of damage in order to share the armor. So we'll get rid of our evasion. No problem with that. We are cooking a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot, but I need to take this tank off the field. Unfortunately, I don't think he managed to get the hit that I desperately need. Structure exposed, so that's working kind of in our favor, but not quite where I want it. Managed to avoid the ammo explosion, so we're good there. Too bad your melee guys can't challenge an one-on-one duel. Yeah, that's not us, that's clans, although the clans don't hit people, so... Hatchet Man taking some fire on his right side, but able to shrug it mostly off, as long as we do that properly. Brother! Oh, brother's on the move. He is so gosh darn exposed. Is this the start of a new round? Did I miss the start of a new round? I think I did. Or maybe not. Because I don't want to get close to that. Not right now, anyway. I want to shoot with the cannon, because it's a cluster. So we're going to take a step back. We're going to use this mech in a shooting way, which is odd. But he doesn't have much frontal armor. And I was hoping that a couple of those would be a good hit. I'm not sure we put... Well, okay, we got him. Okay, I was very worried about that.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So we did take the patent out. We're down to just the reinforcements. The biggest concern right now is Witness. His mech is quite hot. And that Jenner not shooting, which is a bit odd. Fire truck getting in the back. That was kind of the thing I was a little bit worried about, if he could get behind Brother and shoot his machine guns in an open spot. He is mech offline. Not grand, but he might come up to machine guns unjammed. Ripper. I think we want to kill him. Do I do 72 damage? Or do I shoot him? What's his back armor looking like? 80 back armor, 95 side armor, and 80 front armor? That's an interesting loadout. Okay. If I just sat here and fired into him like so, it would be a difficult time to punch through. However, if I got behind him and fired into him, a much easier time. We're not going to be able to stand still and shoot in the next turn, but we should be okay here. Let's change this cluster to a cannon. It's much worse accuracy, but we do need the actual accuracy, or we do need the damage in this one. So, plinking away at him, not getting any back hits. That is unfortunate. Hammer, off here on vacation. Way off in the back corner of the map. I'm not risking that combat shield. I cannot replace that combat shield. I cannot do anything about it. So I'm going to do my very best to keep him out of the fight. Now this does make it 3 on 4, and it was 3 on 8, but still, we're doing mostly okay. I want to keep that Valiant alive. I like it a lot. Just needs to have the right circumstances to be used. Oh, you're not off. Really? Oh, you're about to be. You're gonna explode, aren't you? I don't think I can stop that. Which side did we end up denting? Was his right side, which is actually one of the sides which will protect us. We are going to shut down, but hopefully that will preserve us from being annihilated. That's my goal. Probably should have put him in the cover, but... Alright, you took out the truck, but now you're going to shut off. Cross your fingers and hope you don't blow up. If I can dump the ammo, I would. Okay, ammo explosion avoided. Good. So as long as he doesn't get annihilated by these three up here, we might be rolling. And the Clint, no doubt, will fire that AC-5. Oh, wow, he didn't. Luckily, Raider, we did not look at ammo go boom. Just sit still there, Hammer. Get low. If I could manually shut you off, I would do that to hide you even better. Because you are not... They're shooting the Centurion? I mean, I get it's a side shot, but still, I would be attacking the shutdown mech. Unless they can't see him, which is a possibility. Alrighty, so let's get on the move then. Yeah, we can't see anything right now, and I can't jump on anything at the moment. Well, I could, and I could jump to shoot the side of a Jenner, but that would place me in a position where I'd have to jump again. And once you start doing these multi-jump moves, things get, well... Huh. Could do it. I could definitely do it. Let's do it. Hi. I'm coming up to get you. I'm also going to shoot you. Yeah, he is definitely a Jenner. So he shouldn't have any ECM. So who's packing the ECM? That's my real question. Turn off the LBX. We're not going to fire it this round. We are going to... do we want to fire the medium pulses, or do we just want to brace? Because if we brace, we shed this evasion... Or we shed this stability problem. I think we fire the pulses. And then we'll use vigilance next round. Hello, Zirin, again. So firing away at the Jenner, I don't think we... Oh, we did get a hit on his leg, so there's that. Nothing too big, but bit by bit we'll whittle them down. And I don't have a direct line of sight on anybody, so we're just going to start sprinting to get in front. The Centurion is a very solid mech, and I'm quite happy with how it's working. 20% on the Hunter. Yeah, we're going to nail it. I'm doing well, Zirin. How are you? So, giving that Hunter a little bit of something to think about. I don't think Clint's have ECM suites. And the Enforcer's back on, and he's under heat, so he's not going to blow up. Oh, good with that. Clint on the move, his 40-ton butt. Right now, that is a Panther, right? Or is it a Wolfhound? I think it's a Panther. What starter did we pick? Unfortunately, we ran into a little bit of a bug, Jacon. See, normally we try and do a special stream campaign we set up with the stream. However, when we tried to start the game and start a new game, it just infinitely loaded. So today we're going to be just continuing, we're going to be continuing Rippers Rumblers, and I'm going to get this sorted out. Next week we will start the stream campaign proper, where it's just the stuff that we build thanks to the stream people. Okay, so this will put us all the way over. I could do a death from above with a 16%, but I'm not going to bother. That'll put me right there. No, I can't. I can't risk that back. I've got to protect that back. So we're going to jump over here. We are going to turn on Vigilance. That'll let him move faster next turn. Just gives him +3 initiative next round. And we'll also deal with his stability problem. You, I'm close to. You, I have some really good shots at. Seriously, that Hunter is very vulnerable. I'm going to axe you next turn, so I'm going to shoot your buddy. And we did fire the cluster round. It was a 50% chance to hit, and a pretty decent number of hits, too. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to... Oh, no, it did. Wow. It just went from top to bottom.
Enemy vehicle is taking heat damage.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed about it, too, because I really like the stream campaign, just because it lets me ask you guys sort of for your input, which is always entertaining. But next week it's going to be... Because I'll get on the RogueTech Discord. I've got a crash log for it, so they might be able to tell me where I screwed up. Because that's probably what happened. I just screwed up on the install. We're gonna keep slow walking it up. The Centurion, strong, solid, reliable, and I think can suffer under a little bit of fire. I'm gonna shut off the AC-10 for this round. Just rely on the MMLs. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to let it settle a bit, get the recoil down, get it so it'll be more accurate. What's my opinion on the jump force? I'm not sure I understand the question. Hammer is in the back, so we're not going to bother with him. And we're going to slowly walk up. It's a 17% chance. We will fire it. Oh, he hit. Nice job. From a 17% chance, he managed to plink on him. And that'll be Hammer hiding in the corner. Just sit there. You're safe. That's what's important. Oh. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen next. Clint is going to move into the forest a bit, firing and a missing, except with his medium lasers, which he's doing quite well with. So we've only got the Jenner and the Clint to worry about, and it's up to Brother. Oh, lovely. Brother, you're going to step right here to hopefully avoid him being able to get, behind you. And if you're lucky, you're going to kill him in one giant axe blow. You have an 87% chance, man. I believe in you. I have faith in you. I don't anymore. Okay, we're going to have Vigilance, and then we're going to do that. Give him the advanced initiative for next round and the cover. Swing that axe! Oh, lovely. Ripped off half the mech. Didn't totally kill him, though. That's concerning. And back up to us again. Hammer is not here. Hammer hide. Back to us. Oh, good. Witness is up. So Witness can just continue to stride forward, I guess. Unless he can give a shot on that Jenner. Are you unsteady? No, you're not. Okay. Could go for a jump. We could start pushing his heat gauge again, because that worked out so well last time. It actually did, but I'm a little bit worried about trying to pull something like that again. Keep firing the Clint? Yeah, we're going to keep firing the Clint. The Clint is pretty dangerous. And I'm going to shut off the small laser because it's got no hope in heck of actually hitting anything. Missed with that cannon, missed with both of the lasers, but that was a little bit to be more expected. He's shooting only at a quarter chance of hitting. One more shell left in the AC-10. We're going to probably hold that. I'm going to assume the Jenner's up next. Wait, really? You're coming for a kick? Jenner moving for a kick? I mean, Clang, initiative, yeah, you hit me, but dude, you're a Jenner. You do like 28 damage on a melee attack.
Yes, boss.
Okay. Oh, actually, I see the reason for your maneuver at this point. See, I can't get behind you because you're blocking the path. And if I ignore you, well, I'm going to get shot in the back. Unfortunate, but I'm going to focus on your buddy. And we're going to turn this LBX on. It's on slug mode because we need it. So the biggest of slugs. And managed to nail him with that one. Plus the follow-up of the missiles. I think we got a penetrator. Structure exposed. Heating destroyed. Ouch. -7 initiative for the next round. So we didn't have damage for that. And a head hit. Our turn. Brother. Brother's not in range to do anything to anybody. That's unfortunate because I set him up to be aggressive. I'd like to provide a little bit of supporting fire down low. Especially because the back of him is about to get nailed with 50 damage, which is going to hurt a lot. Can I sprint into a good position to protect him? No, not really. That'll put 63. I'll take that. And I'm going to shoot at the Clint as well. And we're going for a cluster round. Good. See if we can't get a couple of penetrating hits and crit something in there. So nailing Mr. Clint pretty bad. And left torso destroyed. That'll knock him down even further on the initiative. He's unsteady. Vulnerable to our attack. However, the Jenner is now going to shoot into the back of the Centurion. No, he's going to be stupid and shoot the Hatchet Man. Okay, dude, I'm not sure why you figured that one was a good idea. And he is an ace pilot, able to run even further back. Ooh, do you think he's trying to go after Hammer?
Commander.
Hammer, stay low.
Stabilizing and
Alright, Ripper can probably move up and annihilate this guy. Just check. How's your frontal armor? Your frontal armor is probably greater than 35. Maybe not. It'll be 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. I'm going to take the accuracy bonus. So we're going to get behind him. That'll also give us the penetration bonus. And keep it on slug. He's been opened up. Follow-up is the missiles. And I just want to say the tag is the thing that killed him. Just because that's more amusing to me.
we can salvage that.
No, we're getting nothing out of that one. I probably should have been a little bit more careful on the salvage. And is that a back shot? Oh, it's a back shot. We have a 43% chance left on this cannon.
Right, Commander.
So, last round on this cannon. All weapons on. Oh, he nails it. Final gun. How am I finding double melee? What do you mean? Oh, you mean 2 melee mechs. It's a lot of fun when I can get him into range. Unfortunately, the Valiant is a little bit squishy, so I need to be a little bit more careful on how I use him. And the Hatchet Man is a little bit slow. So we have to kind of work around things. But once they get into melee range, oh, it's amazing. Alrighty, so 13,000 was our reward. Took some pretty nasty hits. The Valiant luckily didn't actually lose anything. Oh, we came close, though. Almost lost that leg. That would have been a death spiral for him. 3 tank kills picked up by the Hatchman. 2 mech kills picked up by the Centurion. And tank kill picked up by the Valiant. And the Enforcer coming in with that final slug right into the back of that Jenner. An excellent job by him. Alright, let's grab some stuff. We may grab mech parts, but I want to see if there's any cool equipment. I don't think there was. Ooh, medium laser plus. That might be a good idea to grab. Whole bunch of tags. A lot of engine cores. Interesting. XL. I don't know what we're going to do with it. And Guardian ECM. Multiple Guardian ECM. Fire control ballistic. Ooh, there's actually a pretty decent amount of good stuff here. And unfortunately, we don't get to save that cannon because we blew it off on the Centurion. I don't know what kind of ultra autocannon it was. I'm going to guess it was an ultra autocannon 5, maybe? We got a light AC5. Ooh, maybe it was a pair of light AC5s. That actually would make sense. I think I'm happy with this. The fire control ballistic we can put into the Centurion for more accuracy on that. The Guardian ECM is going to be useful for everybody, and I don't know who's getting an XL engine. We have one already, but more XLs the better. We did get an engine core 160. We did get that light autocannon. Excellent. We didn't get any mech parts, but we're not really on the trail to building any mechs yet. Although grabbing the Centurion probably would have been a good idea. Did get another tag. Didn't get a second ECM, nor did we get the basic targeting computer, but we did get some fluid ammo. I think we have a fluid gun, and we have nothing to put in it, so now we do. So it is going to be a bit of an expensive repair, but we should be able to pick up the tempo relatively soon. Although the Hatchet Man also took a pretty expensive repair. The Valiant's going to be on the bench for a while, though. But the Hatchet Man might come up in the next 14 days. And him along with the Hunchback would be enough mechs in order to actually field something. We'll probably put an XL engine on the Raven. Because the Raven can do it, I think. Combine that with Electronic Warfare Suite. I think we've got a Watchdog Suite for him. So I'd love to put an ECM Suite on the Valiant, but the Valiant is a little bit light. 47,000 for the next 31 days. Not quite that because we do have 2 mech repair bays. But the Hatchetman's going to be a 12-day repair. Okay, Hunchback, you're on the top. And Enforcer after that. That'll be 7 days. And that'll give me 3 mechs ready. The Valiant, surprisingly, is going to be done before the Hatchetman. Alright, we'll roll with that. So we are good on cash. 543,000 versus our 816. That Raven's going to be building until March. Yeah, or longer. Financial report. Bankruptcy will be projected after the next one. We're going to stick on normals, because we're kind of okay at this point. Sort of. Although the missions are going to get a little bit more difficult. As long as we don't just keep rushing in like that, we should be okay. I have been a little bit too aggressive with my light mechs. Pause it. What do we got? The Valiant's in 6 days. The Hatchetman in 10. Check the mech base real quick. Because we may have some modifications we want to run. So the Centurion... You already have Pharaoh and Endo. That's kind of unfortunate. Because that makes it more difficult to upgrade him into something more. Because I happen to have... Oh, I do have a stock of Endo. That could be useful. A Ballistic Computer Plus. Oh, that would replace his Artemis. We can't do that because these MMLs have been amazing. And it's not just a +1. It's the +2 accuracy from the Artemis, plus the additional accuracy from the MML Artemis. I can't mess with this mech. This mech is pretty much set in stone. I could try and pull some things off. Well, the Warfare Suite I think we're saving for the Raven. But a Guardian ECM, I don't think you really need it. Could get a Comm Suite on here. So, a Comm Suite Plus and a Slick Suite. +2 Resolve, +1 Initiative. Would make him a little bit faster. And the Slick Suite is... Where does this go? So the Slick Suite goes on top of the cockpit, and the Comm Suite goes on top of the cockpit. So it's going to be one or the other there. Got a Beagle Probe, which would be nice. Does the Warfare Suite include a Beagle Probe? Be sensor range, reduce damage, electronic countermeasure suite imposes a penalty, 240 radius. Active sensor probes provide additional sensor information and counters ECM and stealth, adds a bonus of 5 to sensor checks. So it's an active probe, an electronic countermeasure suite, and an advanced warfare system all wrapped into one. And the Beagle Probe adds only a bonus of +2. Okay, so the Beagle's not nearly as good as the Warfare Suite. Holy crap. Gyro defense would just make it more defendable. I think this mech is good. I think the Centurion does not need a modification. This Enforcer, on the other hand, he can't hit the broadside of a barn. We've got problems in this mech. But because we've got problems, and it's a very stock base Enforcer, we can put a lot of stuff into it. So let's throw on the Endosteel. Or do I want to save this for the Raven? What do you think, guys? Do we save this for the Raven, or do we start modifying the Enforcer to be something a little bit tankier? Because, you know, Enforcers are cool, don't get me wrong. But we could turn them into something more. So how many double heatsinks? I only have 1. So I can't use a double heatsink on this thing. Because I don't have enough to fill up the engine core at this point. Because we would need 2 to build this. Raider says save for the Raven? Okay, we can save the Endosteel for the Raven. Mod the Enforcer, heavier mech. So we have differences of opinion, which is to be expected. I am going to see where I can sort of steal tonnage for this ballistic computer. Oh, I don't need it. Okay, it's a free upgrade. Okay, then do we put the ballistic computer on the Enforcer or the Hunchback? Because that'll be the real question. An AC-20, which will hit like a truck at long range or at short range, or do we go with something with a little bit longer plinking? I mean, the Enforcer can do it. Because that was my major thought. So we could give him just a basic cockpit upgrade in general, give him a fire control system and the comm suite. So that might help him out a little bit. He'll move a little bit faster. He'll hit a little bit more accurately. I wish I had a better autocannon. Do I have a better autocannon? Put the ballistic on the Hunchback. Yeah, pretty much everybody jumped on top of that. No. You don't understand. Make that Hunchback a ballistic. Okay, and we've got an AC-20 plus. You need something to weaken enemy for the melee mechs. Alright, so Hunchy, you are getting all the love from chat, so you shall get all the love. Also, he's got basic sensors. He needs a hand repair. Fix that hand. So, brand new AC20 Plus. As cool as that would be, you're the wrong Hunchback. You're not a 2C. You don't get to do that. You're also going to get yourself a comm suite for the increased initiative and a ballistics computer for the increased accuracy on that big old AC20. Now you're sitting at 3, 4, 5 heat sinks. Do I have a fusion core? No. I need like a 230, a 250? It might be a 250 in order to get ourselves a large enough fusion core in order to make this thing a turbo back, which is my end goal for this mech. We'll lose the medium lasers and 2 heat sinks, but it'll be great. I don't think we need to make any other changes to him, though. The gyro defense, not really his style. I mean, he doesn't need it. Guardian ECM, he's going to be at the back of the line pretty much the whole time. And this takes a ton and a half. If I swapped out one of the medium lasers and the small laser, I could fit it. It does give us a nice bubble. And we're saving the Warfare suite for the Raven, so that's already locked in. So this Guardian suite is basically free for us to do whatever we want to it. So he's going to be moving forward, and he's also pretty slow, so he'll probably be in the middle of any group we're with. So that should help. So the question is, we'll swap out the small laser. Wait, how big is this Guardian ECM? Yeah, it's 1 slot. So pull out the small laser, put it in the Guardian, and take out the medium laser on this side. That way if we blow up this, we've still got this. Not a huge fan of it, if I'm completely honest. Because we're losing the firepower. But really, at the end of the day, the AC-20 is the main weapon that we have anyway. Do I have, like, a random laser, special laser that I can put on here? I don't think I do. We've got an ER medium. So yeah, we'll upgrade this to an ER medium laser. It'll give him a little bit more damage. Allow him to blink from a little bit further away. The heat efficiency went way up because we went down a weapon, so that should be good. And that'll be a support Hunchy. That'll give us something that we needed to kind of keep the main gun line in line. And also hopefully we'll promote him to be a little bit better defended. So we'll lock that down. That'll take us 12 days and 11,250 to complete. And other than that, most of our upgrades are being saved for that Raven. So quick check over here. We're looking at needing 10 days in order to get most of our stuff going. So we will wait for the Valiant and the Hunchback to be ready to go. Or not the Hunchback, but the Valiant and the Hatchet Man to be ready to go. And we'll have to take a cash contract here. Let's test the idea. Bullet Trap gets low spirits and we'd lose 20,000. But we're fine. The system is intact. That's all that matters. Hatchet Man in 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Stop the clock. Alright, we've got 16 days until the next financial report, and we need to make some money. So let's go check out our MechWarriors and then make some money. So we brought ourselves, which, yeah, I said I was going to improve tactics, and I'm gonna improve the tactics. So we'll get him so he can actually be a little bit more aggressive because he'll be higher up in the chain.
I hear ya.
Witness is open. Hammer is open, and Brother is open. Okay. Check out the command center. Let's go do something. Let's go swing rocks. Although we have more days than I thought we did, so we're kind of okay. I think we take that 1 skill battle. Currently trying to engage long-term operations with one kind of pirate interest, which is good. Pirate mechs are weak and vulnerable and easy to be ripped apart. We have a single well-armed lance. Yeah, let's do it. And we're going to take maximum salvage once again. Yeah, we do need cash, but salvage can be sold. And at the end of the day, we have 2 light engines, and I'm not sure I'm going to use both of them. So, same lance as last time. Unfortunately, the B team will start to fall behind a little bit. Mainly because we have to be a little bit more aggressive. At least until we can get the mechanics sort of fully sorted out. And we can rock and roll with that one. So, pirates will hopefully mean light armor, or at least damaged armor, which should hopefully mean that we can pick them apart. Hopefully it'll also be pretty terrible pilots, and they won't be able to hit the broadside of a barn. And also, hopefully, I won't actually manage to get the Valiant killed this time. A lot of hope going on in here. We are the hope that lights the fire, and some sort of spark, and whatever that terrible speech was. So, yeah, I was about to say hope again, but I'm trying to avoid that word at this point because we don't need any more of it. We have Hatchetmans and Valiants. We have melee mechs and a pretty solid defensive gun line. I want to do something to Enforcer, but we need a better cannon for it. Primitive mechs with half armor. Half armor and lost tech weapons. Hello, Andreas, and hello from Germany. Well, hello from the United States. So we are saying hi across an ocean. Ah, the wonders of the internet. Let's drop down and immediately hit something. Well, primitive mechs are no longer as bad as they used to be. That's fantastic, because you can now, like, you can swap out the primitive components. So, primitive mechs, yeah, bring it on. Alright, let's get Hammer running forward headlong into danger. We'll find out what's going on here. Hi! We've got a Shadowhawk, and we've got a... whatchamacallit? Let's zoom in close. Oh, you're a Butcher. Oh, we got another Vindicator Butcher. Oh, we do not want to get it. Well, actually, we kind of do want to get into a melee fight with him, because we might be able to win it. Shadowhawk, we don't know what type it is, although, if the hardpoints are correct, we might be able to identify it. This is an energy Shadowhawk, I think. Unless those are gun barrels, but I think those are those are laser barrels. So that might be a beam spam. And we've also got you, the Butcher. Plank the Butcher, he's more dangerous at close range. So if we can weaken him by the time he actually gets here, we might be able to cut him in half. Okay, that did not accomplish much of anything, but we do have eyes on the enemy. We are in a forest, and we do have, well, 4 pips of evasion is not a ton, but I gotta come up with something to modify this mech with. Because you actually do not have Endosteel. Huh, that's interesting. Alright, so the Shadowhawk rolling up. Actually, no, he's rolling away. Interesting. Are you trying to flee from me? I can't blame you. Although he might be trying to lead us into a trap. Get these slow as balls Hatchetman on the roll. We need to get him up as close as possible. And a Panther. Oh, it's actually a Panther for once. And you're the primitive Panther. You have a heavy rifle and a laser minus? I think it's a large laser minus. I can't even tell the equipment from here. Witness can see things because witnesses all. I'll try not to make that pun too many times. 15%. How about if I sprinted to try and get accuracy on anybody? That is a 11%. And a 20%? Wow. Talk about an increase. How about if I went right here? Yeah, 20.3.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Alright, I'll light him up and send him around down range. I love you so much, Witness. Just nailing him 60 damage from long range. Already opened up his armor. Lovely. Can we follow up on that? We've got a 22%, right? And a 50%. Oh, the 50% with the Artemis. And the cluster round's gonna bring that up. How about if I sprinted? Can I get better than that? Better than that is... No, it goes down. I hate this stupid Bushwhacker amateur in the early game. One of the aspects destroyed my complete lines. Oh, I love Bushwhackers. Bushwhackers made our campaign last time. But yeah, it can be rough to work with when you're dealing with the special mechs, which have, like, Solaris melee stuff. Alright, let's set this to a cluster, because we know we've got an open something to attack. So missiles and cluster rounds, let's see what we can open up here. Oh, I didn't see any penetrators. That's unfortunate. But Hammer's on the field. Oh, if I get too close to Butcher, Butcher will kill me. Ooh, that's a rough choice to have to make. Yeah, he does have an open torso, but we didn't do enough to him, unfortunately. How dangerous do you guys think Butcher's gonna be? I'm gonna lay odds on quite dangerous. Let's run over here. We're going guarded bulwark because we are defensive as all heck. And swing your axe. Clang. Okay, decent hit on his leg. He is unsettled. If I'm honest, it's not quite what I was hoping for, because when I have you swing, I expect to see sparks fly. Butcher is running away. The long route. Okay, that works for me. And it's a PPC. It listened to it scream. Wasn't able to do much with it, lucky for us. And we have located the final mech. It is a Vulcan. Vulcans look so cool. Wait, am I thinking the right mech? I think I am. So, taking a little bit of damage with the Valiant. Some machine gun fire going down as well. But we are steady and stable. Yeah, Vulcans are pretty badass. They are spindly little guys and they are crazy. Alright, so are you... You still haven't gone yet, so we might be able to follow up on that. And the Centurion is in back a little bit. That makes life a little bit more difficult. 63%. Okay, how about if I sprinted to get close? Yeah, terrible because we don't have direct line of sight. How about there? And I need a 50% plus a 23. And how much was just walking? We've got to double check our ranges. It was a 22. Well, that's an obstructed line of sight. I do want to go before this Panther. Fortunately, I need Witness to move out of my way. We're going to reserve. Oh, good. It came back to us. So Witness can move out of the way.
What can I do for you?
We'll get things on the roll. Do have a shot onto him, but I'm not going to take it. We're going to keep focusing down this Panther as much as we can. Although I probably should let the cannon settle. Especially because we're about to have the Butcher in our face relatively soon. Alright, keep plinking at that Panther, trying to open something up. We missed with everything, kind of to be expected. And next round, we'll definitely let this cannon settle.
Stay in the crosshairs.
We gotta get like a weapon mount for that thing in order to absorb the recoil. That way we can fire it more often. Shadowhawk is also continuing his run around. Alright, so he is indeed an energy-based Shadowhawk. So that's what we're dealing with. No cannons, no AC-5s. No triple rack 5s. Oh, we're not dealing with MechWarrior Online. Panther running into the back, has a shot! And he misses. With a flamer, too. I think I'm going to kill you next round. I have the belief, unless I can reach all the way over here to the Shadowhawk, which, if I do, I'm killing the Shadowhawk, but if I don't. Okay, Butcher is going to be in melee range soon. So, I think we let him have to run through the forest and come after us. Got a shot on you. It's not a terrible shot either. So run right there. That puts us out of his direct line and also lets us continue to pepper the Panther, which we're going to do. So set that to cluster. He's got an open leg. He's got an open torso, so hit him with stuff. And maybe you'll get something interesting out of it. That was some of the worst medium pulse laser shooting I've ever seen, but hey, you made him stressed, so I guess that's a bonus. And we do not have a direct line of sight. He did move out of the way. Still 50%. Sprint. 30%. Get a side angle shot here. 50% and all the weapons go active. We're going to do that. He is going to have to take some fire because he's not going to be covered from the long range attacks. But we might be able to get something interesting done. I'm thinking we're going to let the cluster settle. So we're going to turn off our LBX. Rely a little bit more heavily on the missiles. There goes his left leg. He's going to be on the ground. So now I'm really hopeful that the Valiant's in range of the Shadowhawk because I'd like to run at him. So Panther on his back. He's going down. Tons of negatives on his initiative. Enemy turn gets to move next. And, wow, a 23 on the Butcher. Jeez. The concept of turns really kind of goes very... Wow, that was close. Very differently once you take away the top down in order. Plus 20 heat from that Inferno. Luckily for us, we're going to be swinging an axe at people. Brother, are you in range? Hey, brother's in range. Lovely. Does brother expose his back? No, brother does not.
On my way.
So he's going to run right up. Hi, Butcher. I brought an axe. Oh, there goes most of his stuff at this point. I think, yeah, that might have taken out his PPC. Maybe not. But I think there's a pretty healthy chance it did. We're going to run right here. We're going to go straight forward on center. And the reason is because Scarecrow can get behind me. Okay, 82% chance. Bring in your axe as well. Multiple axes laying into him. He is not having a good day. Wasn't able to open up his CT, which I'm kind of sad about because I was hoping to be able to follow up with a cannon shot. We're going to walk up. We're going to finish off this Panther down here because he's vulnerable. He's on the ground, and I want to be able to kill him before he can get back up. So he shouldn't take too... Oh, 100? He needs 100 damage on that. So we're going to aim for that. High accuracy. Keep the LBX cannon off because I want to save it for killing people who are going to be standing up. So spamming some missiles his way. That took out a torso, not the leg. He's down to 1 of 3 pilot injuries.
Critical hit, Commander.
Initiative change for some reason I couldn't watch your old videos. Started 997, so it just seemed off. Yeah, we got way far behind. Okay, we got more incoming damage. Luckily, the Shadowhawk... Oh, actually, no, he's playing quite good. Please tell me... Okay, one of those is a medium pulse, but the rest aren't. Oh, that's very, very lucky for us. So he has been target acquired, which is very unfortunate.
Minimal damage. Waiting on you,
Witness, do you have a good shot? You do. You absolutely do. Alright, Witness, I'd like you to finish him off. Actually, if you can multi-target. 79. Oh, you only got the 2 targets. Turn off the AC-10. And we'll go for the pilot kill. So tear off a torso and you've got him. It did not happen that way. Okay, probably should have fired the cannon. I've been stingy with my recoil. He had a good accuracy, but I wanted it reset so I could kill the butcher more easily. Who's coming to punch me? Oh, the Vulcan. Clang. Managed to bounce off us. That's our combat shield side. Don't hurt me. And the Panther gets to stand up, which is very unfortunate. Just was not able to deal the kind of damage that I needed to, although I think we did take out his cannon. Yeah, he's down to just his flamethrower. So he's not as dangerous as he could be. Although I'm going to assume ace pilot with that. No, he's not. That might have been a mistake, friend. Butcher, I want you out of the fight. The trouble is, in order to get you out of the fight, I have to do dangerous things. Like potentially that. Do you have a line of sight to my back if I put myself there? That'll be the real question. I'm going to vigilance just in case. I'm going to go for the backstrike. Because that'll penetrate, and hopefully that'll break something important. 94% chance running around the back of the mech. Clang, we did open him up. We didn't break it, though. However, we have been working on his initiative, and we didn't break his initiative as much as I've been hoping for. Okay, we got a flamethrower, so it does look like we did take out his PPC. So the Butcher, kind of dangerous, but not as dangerous as he was. So really, that Shadowhawk is probably the most dangerous thing on the field at the moment. So with that in mind, hi, buddy. And swing for the fences. Oh, structure exposed. That's a nice, good clang there. Unfortunately, just shy of ripping it off. Oh, that's unfortunate. Who's up next? It is the Vulcan. The Vulcan, okay, good, was not able to get into our backline, although he is laying into us with some accurate missile fire. And machine guns. And the armor holds. How much armor? Actually, no, the armor held quite nicely. Looks like one of his machine guns jammed, so that's lovely. And I think I can get a back shot on the Butcher. Yes, I can. It requires exposing my back towards the Panther, but honestly, the Panther is not dangerous. Alright, cluster comes on in cluster mode, because we're going to try and nail anything that we can from critical hits on that. 50% on the lasers, but decent on the MMLs. And laying into him. There we go. 2 crits on his engine, and he's having a bad day all around. Enemy turns up next. Who's next? Is it the Panther? No, the Shadowhawk's on the roll, and the Shadowhawk is going to open fire with his lasers. No large laser in that one. That surprises me. I would have expected the large laser to be the first thing he fires. Although that's probably placed him into a position. Oh, wow. I did not bank on that. Inferno and Acid. Okay, so he's going to start just taking more damage natively. Do I get behind you and shell you? No. I think I get behind you. Is that a back shot? That is not a back shot. Give me a back shot. That will be a back shot. So we're going to get right there. And I think we're going to remove the Butcher from the field with this shot. No, he manages to nail the leg, unfortunately. Engine destroyed, though. That knocks out the Butcher. He is on the ground. And Mr. Panther with his flamer. And that's the only thing he's got. Miss. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about you anymore. I've knocked out a leg, so you're not very fast. And you have a flamer. And really, who cares at that point? Can I get behind him? I can get behind him. I can get behind him and swing. I think I'm going to do that. And I kind of want to just keep rotating where he is. That way it'll keep him nice and evasive. And also give me some distance from that Scarecrow, because, jeez, he's hurt. Nice cut right there. That was an XL engine inside that. The Valiant able to rip him apart. And we are away from the Vulcan. So the Vulcan probably is going to chase him. I would. No, the Vulcan's going to run like a coward. And his machine gun is now unjammed. So that unfortunately means the brother's not going to have a shot. Well, he'll have a shot, but he won't have a melee attack. Sprint! It's not going to be terrific accuracy, but hey, we're just doing this as we come on in, so open fire. So a whole bunch of clusters. I'm not even going to bother aiming with this one. We're just trying to hit him with anything we got. Yep, the Hatchetman and the Valiant are doing some excellent work.
I hear ya.
Alright, let's go. Let's go kill this guy. He wants to die. He's been asking for it, so let's give it to him. Hi. Bye. Alright, not bad there. The Enforcer needs, like, something. Just a little bit more. And Ripper will be able to move up on his own. Pretty decent shot with the MMLs. If I sprinted... Yeah, same shot with the MMLs, so we'll make that run. We are suffering from acid at the moment, which gives us 30% more damage. So if he dives in on top of us, he might actually do something. So I'm actually going to Vigilance out here, sort of reduce the chance that can happen. I'm going to shut off the LB. That'll give us a more accurate solution in the next round. Oh, we got a penetrating hit. And there goes everything as we knocked out his engine.
That's a kill.
Good work.
Mission successful.
So we were able to pretty handily deal with them. I don't think we had any penetrators on this one. We were the ones doing all the penetrating. So let's check out the stats at the end. How much are we going to make? I can't imagine it's much as like 10,000. 103,000. That's a lot more than I figured. So not bad there. Minus repairs, of course. Enforcer picking up too. Okay, so I've been saying this Enforcer needs a bit more. Apparently not. Witness is saying, I need nothing. Just keep me rolling. And we are one more part on the Vindicator Butcher. Could pick up a couple of... 1, 2, 3, 4 Shadowhawk parts. That's not bad. Let's check out the stuff, though. I like looking at the stuff. We've got... Oh, a Bloodhound is even better than the Beagle. Fire control system melee? That's interesting. Hey, we need more endo. Because one of those endo kits and the double heatsink will actually allow us to put one of those double heatsink kits into a couple of our mechs. SRM ammo 8X. Targets take 20% more damage for the next 2 turns, -1 accuracy with SRMs, -4 short-range missile damage. Short-range missile ammo, 100 shots. So this is basically... Oh, it is an acid round. It's straight up an acid round. Oh, we blew up his ammo? I didn't realize that. Although there's a lot of ammo to blow up in a Vulcan. It's an anti-infantry mech after all. So if we take this gives us another part towards the Butcher. I don't know how important that will be. Although we could take the Bloodhound probe instead. Because that would be helpful as a scout mech unit. But I don't know who I'd give it to. It's 2 tons also, which makes that a little bit of a harder sell. Armored Cowls, +1 initiative, +2 injury resist, which is also pretty good. How often are we going to run into Butchers? But I didn't expect to run into a Butcher ever again, so the fact that we ran into another one kind of makes me want to take it, so we're like really close to getting a Butcher. And that's kind of what I'm going to do this. Now, the reason for the double heatsink is because I have 1 double heatsink. Most of my mechs have, I think, around 200 rated fusion cores, which are -2. So in order to make them a viable mech, they need 2 additional heatsinks. But the double heatsink kit only counts those as being viable heatsinks if they're of the same type. So I have 2 double heatsink kits, but not enough double heatsinks to fill out the engine and actually make it a useful mech. So by doing this, that opens up turning one of our mechs into a much cooler looking machine. So we picked up 2 Shadowhawk parts, which is great. The Vindicator, we got the Panther part. Not as good because it's the primitive one. I'll probably use that as a cell fodder if we need it. And we did get the Vulcan part, and I like the Vulcan. Vulcans are cool. We got a medium pulse laser. I kind of glossed over that, but it was the only medium pulse laser in the list, so excellent there. So we finally have a replacement. And a steel double heatsink and some Inferno ammo. If you take the part you need... If you take the part, you need 2 parts, meaning that you take the legs off. Yeah. Yeah, if we go out of our way to knock people's legs out, we can do a lot more towards getting a lot of stuff. We've been a little bit too aggressive, maybe. But we're kind of in a phase of the game where I want to get my pilot skills up to a level where they can really start surviving in these lower level battles. Because accuracy is just king here, and we don't have a lot of it. If you take the part, you need 2 parts, meaning you take... Just feel like kills are less common than pilot kills. Getting 3 isn't that much closer than 2. One of the problems with going for a leg kill is they're weighted at 30% on a called shot. So even if you aim specifically for it, only 30% of your shots are going to scatter in that direction, versus I think it's like 50 or 60% chance if you aim for a torso. So 16,000 for the next 10 days. That's actually really good. We made a pretty decent amount of cash. What the hell is that? That's gorgeous. Wow. Game, you've surprised me. I'm impressed. You should feel proud. Alright, most of our mechs are currently in repair. The Enforcer will be 1 day. Centurion up top, that'll be the Enforcer, then the Hatchet Man, and the Valiant done by the time the Centurion's done. And that'll give us basically another Lance ready to go, which would push back the Raven even further. But hey, 6 days. So we'll chill for a little bit. And the Centurions one more day, along with the Valiant. Lovely. Quick check on the mech bay, make sure I didn't miss any critical hits. We did not. Although the Enforcer is a little bit cooking. It's a little bit hot. And I could save a ton of weak... Ooh, we're going to modify the Enforcer. So first things first, double heatsink kit. Next things next. I need those 2 double heatsinks. 1 and 2. After that, now we pull off all of the heatsinks. And 1, that gives us a whole bunch of heatsinks to put into other mechs should we need it. And 2, that gives us 4 tons, and our heat efficiency went up. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so we've got that. I don't want to give him an XL engine. I think that's a bit too dangerous. And then we give him our endo steel. So that gives us 6.5 tons. And we can put on more energy weapons. I think that's what we're going to do, because that was my complaint, was we needed more. And by giving us more lasers, we're giving more. I would like to put the 2 medium laser pluses on the outer arm. So I'll move this to an inner. So medium, medium plus. That gives them the most accuracy. So add on to the crit. Could put on an AC-20. I could, but that really hurts his range. So the AC-10 is what? 12 tons, and the AC-20 is 14? Yeah. Actually, what we could do, what we could really do, looking at these tonnages, is we could also throw on... Okay, so you're going center. You're going medium pulse out in the arm. So we've supercharged his energy armament to the point where we're actually overcooking a bit. Any equipment to help with accuracy? I don't think we have any. No, we gave that upgrade to the warfare suite. We've already consigned to being in the Raven in order to make him a little bit more effective, or maybe we don't need to. Now, my only concern, well, we do have an additional ton, so we could actually go all out like this, but this cooks us a little bit more than before. Which does make things a little bit more difficult. I also need, we would need 2 tons of AC-20 ammo, which we can get. That's not an issue. Doing well for cash, but picked up 2 Maulers and a Care Bear on 3 missions. So we could do something like this. This does hurt our hit efficiency, because now we're 74 for 60 on an Alpha Strike. Although, to be fair, we mounted a ton of lasers, which we could take out. Pull out 1 laser. That puts us at 64. So do we want the AC-20 for the super hard-hitting but very close-range shot? Or do we want to keep the AC-10 in there because that AC-10 can work at longer ranges? Now, optimals are 183.30 versus 183.30. So it is the same optimal range as the medium lasers. The medium pulse requires us to get a little bit closer, although I could swap out the medium pulse for 2 medium lasers. That is always an option. Or just salvo fire the unpulsed laser after the first round. Yeah, we could do a lot of things in order to handle the heat. The medium pulse and the AC-20 are the most important for this mech. Yeah, but that does get us kind of hot. So, how much is a tag? Full ton? How about something like that? Can you put in the AC-10 and add more heatsinks? Yeah, we could. Well, I actually don't think you can. I'm fairly certain heatsinks don't mix anymore. Oh, no, they do. Okay. I thought they didn't. But what do we think about this? AC-20 in the one arm, where it'll be the most accurate, plus 3 medium lasers and the medium pulse. That's all we've got. And a tag. And the tag just for everybody's improved accuracy. I mean, tags are useful all around. And that'll help them out a little bit. And then as we can, we'll start adding in additional sensor systems to that cockpit, because it kind of desperately needs it. So that's kind of like what... Or I could take out the jump jets. We got some sort of warning. It's the ammo warning and the underton warning, because I haven't bought the AC-20 rounds. If we dropped the jump jets, we get an additional 2 tons out of this. And that could give us more heat. Don't they have a red warning at the top? You only get a text warning when you complete. Heatsinks still don't mix. You got an error. Oh, did I? Oh, is that what I missed? Ah, yes, I see. Okay. So heatsinks don't mix. We could take out the jump jets, but that doesn't get us anything because this is the max heat we're going to be able to manage. More armor? Yeah, we could do more armor. If we took out the jump jets, we could do more armor. But so this 2 tons remaining, this is reserved for 2 tons of AC-20 ammo. Because we don't have any right now, we're going to have to go buy it, but I kind of want to make sure that we're going to go in this direction before we buy it. So this definitely does help his plinking at longer ranges just because he gets more shots. I'd like ER medium lasers, honestly, just a little bit, but I don't have them. I could go for a classic enforcer with a large laser, but more shots is better. I have an ER large laser, actually. That could be useful. How many? You've got 5 energy hardpoints? Wow. The AC-20 is 14 tons, the AC-10 is 12 tons. Do you ever find the need to jump the Enforcer? No. No, Enforcers really don't need to jump. So what we could do, and just to sketch out even more, and this is gonna kill the time, because armor replacements, if I'm remembering correctly, just take forever. Could throw on a couple of tons of armor. And bring up the CD as well. And add in some flank armor. And then that would be the build if we took out all the jump jets. And of course, plus 2 tons of AC-20 ammo. That's why I'm holding it at 48 tons, so that we keep the additional 10 rounds of AC-20 ammo that we're going to need. And that puts us at 60 of 64, which is not bad. We can pretty much alpha every turn, and we're not going to want to, probably, because we're going to want to reset this cannon. It's got a recoil of 2. A bit tanky? Yeah, it's kind of tanky for a 50-ton mag. It's not dodge tanky, that's for sure. I think we can move in this direction. I mean, it's a big sink in time and cash. That'll be 26 days on this gun. But by the time we're done, we're increasing the maximum damage potential to 221. Yeah, we've got parts to sell, though. There's a couple of primitive Panthers that I am not taking. And we still have, like, 16 days. So if I set this as a back burner project, we'll swap the Enforcer out for the Hunchback. So I kind of think this is the direction we want to move in. For our sports skirmisher. Not this one. Alright, let's go check the store. If it works from here. Good, it does. Ammo. Give me AC-20 ammo? Ooh, there's incendiary ammo. That's funny. How about just regular AC-20 ammo, please? AC-20 slug boxes. Wait, do you not have just plain Jane AC-20 ammo? It's incendiaries or nothing. Wow. That's a bit of a problem. Oh, and it's 200,000 per ton. No, we are not doing that. It's gonna take me 28 days to build it, so it's not gonna be used anyway. So I'm gonna set this done. And then it's 100,000 for that ammo raider. I'm not spending 100,000 C-bills on ammo. So I'm going to set this to B, and then in 26 days we'll revisit the ammo problem. Oh, this is expensive.
Right. I'll get it.
Alright, let's check our work. So the Hunchback in the next 12 days. That'll be the setup. We are going to have to sell parts. Ooh. What do we got? Well, first of all, let's just go to the store so we can sell our crap. Because we do have some crap. That is gorgeous background. Show me selling. Show me stuff. Where is that IC engine? Oh, it's in engines, of course. Hi, I have a couple of internal combustion engines. I'd like to sell both of them. Thank you. I have 12 heat sinks, which I'm going to keep. Fusion cores I could probably get rid of, but I'm going to save one. I don't think I have anything here that I want to get rid of. I could get rid of jump jets. I'm not a huge fan. Let's get ourselves down to 4 jump jets that we can turn into something. So this planet is selling a Black Knight. Yes, it is, isn't it? Is it a full Black Knight or just parts to it? Yeah, it's just parts to it. So you could get a Black Knight part. Or a Marauder part. And a large X-Pulse laser. Alright, so we've sold the stuff that we need to get rid of, I think. Quick check to make sure that we don't have any negative weapons. Machine guns, we'll save because we need to save. Lasers, nope. Missiles, nope. And specialties, no. Okay. So now to the mech bays and see what we got to get rid of. So storage, light mechs. Show me that Panther. Oh, and that Stinger. Yeah, this is not a Royal Stinger, so I don't care about it. Stingers are going away. Same deal with Wasps, although this is a Wolf's Dragoon's Wasp, but I'm not keeping it. The Raven, we're keeping the parts for. The Dagger, we're definitely keeping parts for. Another Wasp, get rid of it. Flea, we'll keep because Flea's a cool. Panther T is a Turian refit with a heavy rifle and a flamer. Can't get rid of that crap. I have no interest in the Turian refit. It is terrible. If you don't have a PPC on your mech, I am not interested in you. And that puts us up to have enough cash for things. And the Logos 3V, don't need it. We've got Ravens. Medium mechs, we're probably going to keep everything here. Butcher, Vindicator, Vulcan, and a Shadowhawk. Got no heavies, we got no assaults. Okay, that puts us with enough cash to be able to survive the next run, but we do need to take a couple of cash missions soon. Because, well, we've just modified the Enforcer, and the Raven is done. We'll sketch out the Raven later. We're going to take another mission. Yeah, but it swaps out a PPC for a heavy rifle. I mean, what kind of refit is that? Okay, Hunchback is done. Quick check of the barracks and the MechWarriors. Make sure nobody's actually gained a level. And we are fine. Witness is ready to level up a little bit. I think I want to save it for the piloting bonus. Witness has been spot on, though. Very useful in a fight. -1 indirect fire penalty. He doesn't suffer from it. I'm going to save you for speed.
Let's do this.
Let's see. We've got the Majestic. Majestic has nothing. Hammer has a little bit of gunnery I could take for him. Hammer really does not use it. Well, no, that's not true. He does. Okay, we'll give him gunnery. We'll get him up to the stock 4 on everybody. And brother.
Commander,
Brother, yeah.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Alright, let's take a contract now. Let's actually get some killing done. Enough playing in the mech bay. Defend the base for not a great amount of cash. We want to do stuff more for the Lyrans because the Lyrans we almost got to level up. Capture base. I could take a capture base for maybe against pirate agents. Yeah, we'll negotiate this for money. And that will bring the Hunchback on this battle. We have the Raven done. We're going to have to mess with it, but I think we'll mess with it off screen. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. That's one of the problems. And we just took most of our medium lasers and put it on something else, so it doesn't have any weapons. Also, it's not going to have any double heat sinks, which it's going to need. Maybe a bit of an error there. So we're bringing the Hunchback back around, the support Hunchback, with his Guardian ECM. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. So if the Hunchback can keep up, that'll keep our gun line pretty... Well, gun line is 2 mechs. We'll keep them pretty decently protected. And then... Maybe I should put it on the Hatchet Man, because the Hatchet Man's going to be charging right on in, and people are going to be shooting him. If I could get stealth armor on the Valiant, that would be golden. We need to keep our eyes out for a Nullsig. And unless we run into Whites, I don't think we're going to run into many of them. Ah, Whites, you evil piece of evilness. Is it possible to earn lots of money in RogueTech? Absolutely, you can earn just metric boatloads of it. So you just gotta take the money missions, and we haven't been. That's one of our problems. We've been going all for salvage, because I love salvage. Having stuff to sort of mess around and puzzle piece your mechs together with is way more interesting than having C-bills with which you can pay next month's rent. So every so often I have to force myself to take one of these missions where we try and earn some money on this. So it is a capture base, not a destroy base. Hopefully it won't have too many turrets. If it does, well, this is a pirate agent target, so we're hoping low levels of armor. We're going to get in, rip things apart, and get out. So I shouldn't have to worry about actually trying to protect things this time. Alright.
This whole planet could use an
Hammer.
air conditioner.
It's time to run. Hammer is ridiculous.
Double time.
And nothing on sensors. Interesting. Okay. Have we been here before? It kind of feels familiar.
Need something, Chief?
Alright, we're gonna... Oh, we actually will be able to sprint out of this hole. That's good.
Consider me there.
Especially you loot a lot of mech parts. I mean, to be fair, you can sell salvage off... Yeah, you can sell a lot of salvage if you want to get rid of the mech parts, but I like saving a lot of mech parts unless they're, you know, stingers.
Going turbo.
You are not a turbo mech yet, but we will build you into one. Don't worry. I have plans for you. Hunchbacks.
Roger.
Alright, so we're out of that pit now, and everybody's being covered still by the electronic warfare system, which is awesome. It's 8 tiles, right? Are you actually in the tile? Yes, you are under ECM protection. Do I take you out of ECM protection? That's the real question. We'll move here.
Affirmative.
Just to get some sensor down on the location. That'll also give us some protection there. Nothing as of yet.
Commander.
And we'll keep Witness moving forward.
Max speed.
In the
no
Hunchback. Did you get him under the bubble? You got him under the bubble. Okay, good. So that was the goal. Keep everybody under the defense umbrella of the electronic warfare system.
On my way. Double
It
time.
makes us harder to see, it makes us harder to hit. It's lovely. It's just all around an excellent system to have. And the Hatchetman. So slow. Gotta get a bigger engine in you. Ferrofibros, Endo, and a light engine.
Yes,
And then
Commander.
turn that into something that's gonna just blitz the world. Reserve. I'm gonna reserve down to get Witness up,
I'm going to hold here.
because I want Witness to be giving me more protection. Okay, Hunchback is in position. Reserve down again. Ripper's moving up next. I want the crew pretty much all in position to spring on top of anybody who jumps on top of Hammer. And keep him moving in. Mask would go a long way on this Hatchetman. Really just anything to increase his speed. The Supercharger in the Valiant is amazing. Apparently the normal Valiant... Oh, we got the target. Apparently the normal Valiant has a mask instead of a Supercharger. And uses a battle axe instead of a sword, which is why the mech model has a battle axe instead of the sword that ours technically has. Can I get down here? Is there a way for me to get down here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Move in here.
You got it. Going flat out.
Yep, flat out and high speed. So ours actually has a sword because he is the hot knife variant.
I hear ya.
Witness, get within bubble range. Oh, that might be a little bit out of bubble range. Need to get a larger bubble. Yep, he's out of bubble range. Alright, so the Valiant is now exposed. Which, you know, is not particularly fun.
Understood.
But if we keep everybody else together, we might get something done out of this. And Ripper to bring up the rear. While moving in front of people.
Double time. Let's go.
And sensors indicate nothing.
Waiting for orders.
Alright. Oh, we got a dropship that's going to drop right down in here. And can I get in the bay? I can't quite. So I'll move there.
Understood.
I'm in position to dive on the target, but I'm not on the target. Which, if we're triggering anything, that'll keep us mostly safe. And Witness, we'll keep within cover. That's definitely outside of our ECM range at this point. I think it's 8 tiles.
Receiving you.
And Ripper being a little bit more aggressive on this one. He'll stay out of the tree cover for a little bit longer.
Standing by.
Brother, oh, you're so slow.
Let's see what this baby can do.
Alright, what do we got? We got sensor traces finally. They are pirates, okay. Okay, we got a Pegasus 35 tonner who decided to just bulldoze his way through everything. And does nothing else. Alright, I can work with that. A Vedette. Vedettes have an AC 5, so they're not particularly dangerous. I mean, AC 5 is still 40 damage, but... Reserve. I don't want him moving first. I'd like to see if I can't try and get a line of sight on this tank, so that he can walk up and stomp it. But that may be a little bit easier said than done. We got a Jenner A. What is this Jenner 7A? Are you the pirate variant which has terrible lasers? If so, we're lucky. If not, we might be in trouble. No, you've got a large laser. I take that back completely. Okay, so the Valiant suffering under a little bit of fire.
Commander.
Alright, Ripper. The goal will be to get line of sight on him. Give it a shot.
On it.
Do you see? You do not, but you have identified a fire starter. So we got a Vedette and a fire starter out here. Cannon off. I don't want to induce the recoil yet.
Target acquired.
And we'll just start blitzing away a little bit. Hit him with a couple of missiles. Not too terrible. Enemies gets to move. That'll be the fire starter on forward. Alright.
I hear ya.
Witness, keep the bubble. And that'll actually get us within range of the Valiant. But if I move up here, I'm moving up the mountain, aren't I? I don't want to go up too far. I want to actually be able to get my AC-20 in a range of something. Because all he's got is an ER medium laser, and that's not particularly helpful at the moment.
How's it going?
Okay, brother is going to go full sprint forward. Maybe not quite full. Well, he does get a shot, and he's going to take it. He's got a medium mech. He's a little bit more heavily armored. He should be able to handle a little bit of firepower. Here, send a 20% select his way. Missed completely.
No.
But we're okay. And on to Hammer.
Commander.
Hammer. Hammer's gonna get right over here. This should be in sight range of that tank. It is lovely. It's a Pegasus 35 tonner with 2 missiles and a laser. Yeah, may as well fire.
All weapons.
We don't lose anything by firing. So no hits there, and we're hoping that Hammer rolls well. Because if Hammer rolls well, then we might be able to get him to move before anybody else. But I think that was a 29. No, it was an 18. Alright, so he is going to get to move before us. I think all of them are going to. Large laser missing. Okay, good. Lucky for us. I believe the 7A is a large laser minus, so we might be okay with that one. But the fire starter wants to come over the ridge. I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Pegasus is going to get on the move. He's going to retreat out of our vision. The intelligent jerk. Reserve. We're going to let them all come to us. Come on, come over the hill. You know you want to. Come charging it at maximum speed. You little jerk. They're being intelligent. The moves that they're making are smart when you consider the double blind rules require us to actually have to see the enemy in order to hit the enemy. And they're falling behind the dropship. Very intelligent. Very intelligent, very irritating. Do you have a time? You do not quite have a target. Do I have any cover here? I can get a side shot on the Jenner. The Jenner didn't move that far, it didn't look like.
Roger.
So we're going to pop some fire at him. Turn it on, set it to cluster round because he's a light mech. We might be able to get something interesting done. I don't think those lasers hit anything. And a little bit of damage down on him. Nothing too terrible. We didn't break anything.
What can I do for you?
Witness might be able to get a shot. It's not going to be a very good shot from here because it is, after all, only a AC-20. We need to maneuver him to keep everybody in the bubble. Or at least try to get him in the bubble.
Got it. Max speed, no
So
shooting.
expose himself a little bit, but that's fine. ER medium. The cannon fire at 5%. Not even worth it. It is an AC-20 plus, so it does have a higher chance of dealing critical damage, which would be very nice.
Let's do this.
Yeah, he was smart and he fell back. I think we sprint. Do we need to sprint? Should we walk? Because we really don't lose a ton of movement by walking. Because it's got a supercharger, which is plus 40% movement and plus 10% sprint. So, normal walking, not too terrible. 20%, 34%. I like that 34. Hit the Vedette.
Roger.
Hey, managed to blink him for 1. And brother, who will not be able to hit basically anything. Because he is slow. We're pinching him between our two melee mechs. Oh, that's very nice. Set that to cluster. Terrible accuracy, just double checking. Okay, nail him. Okay, a whole bunch of cluster rounds, but I'm not sure how much accuracy we got out of that one. There we go, finally around to shooting that actually worked. Took out his upper arm. Unfortunately, that didn't actually take out the weapon.
Target's taking a
That had been my hope. Hammers up. Hi. Oh, we're here to play games with you. Oh, wow. He's either a burner or filled to the gills with very, very unfortunate weapons. I'm going to Vigilance because we're about to take fire. That will also allow me to move into a slightly undefended position with a little bit of extra defense going on here. Hi, I'm coming from you at the side. And there goes his leg. I'm not going to complain about that one at all. So a nice quick chop to the leg brings him onto his back. And that'll be a -7 initiative. If we hit his other leg, we will be very nice. It's not a standard A variant, it's Pirate A variant. Why, what's the standard? I'm going to guess 4 medium lasers and 4 flamers. That sounds appropriate. Oh, you're getting a little bit close with that large laser now. Well, one of the things that the game tries to do, Simbri, is they try and be as accurate to tabletop. 1 large laser and nothing else? Huh, interesting. So an FS9A should be just a single large laser. Pegasus on the rollback. And some missiles going in. And not terrible. We were pretty well defended on that. Okay, if we can move before this fire started, yeah, he's down to 1, so we might have a chance of knocking his legs out, which I am going to give a shot. And the AC-5, not able to connect. The machine gun does look like it got a lot of good hits in. And let's see what follow-up we can bring. Okay, good. Ripper's up.
Standing by.
Ripper can get a line of sight, but it's really long. Oh, he's not quite in the position to give the kind of fire support that we need to give.
Heading out.
Well, the AC-10 ought to be able to do it. Not you, but you. 50... Oh, no, because you're the vedette. Okay, shoot for that. Even at a cluster, it's a 30% chance to hit. I'm really tempted to shut it off entirely. Can you imagine if they compete with the contracts? Jump jet destroyed, so we did get some good leg hits on that. Can you imagine if try to complete the contracts in each star system? You mean try and finish them all? We could do that, but I don't see much point. 54%. How about if I sprinted to get a little bit closer? 34%. Yeah, so we're going to walk it. We're going to walk, get that cannon in range. And go for the leg. And if we were just fire a slug, it would be 47. We lose. You may as well shoot. We missed. 48%. Alright, so he's probably going to stand up. Unless Witness can get just like a golden shot here. And I don't think he even has an angle for it. Oh, he does. If he moves up very slightly. He'll have a 50% chance with that ER laser. 37. Get a side shot there. 37. Yeah, unfortunately, the fire support that we can provide just is not geared for long-range combat. Let me hit him with a laser. That works for us. Probably should have gone to knock out parts of the mech, but I wanted to be fancy. Alright, he's up. He's got a lot of weapons, and we didn't deal any damage to him. Hopefully he will not be accurate because he just stood up. What's your plan, my friend? He's gonna jump. Oh, he's going all out in the defense. Yeah, mate, I don't think that was far enough to jump to get away from me, if that was your goal.
I got it.
Okay, comes to us. Hammer's up. Hammer is most certainly in range. That's his left leg, which is exposed, so I need to attack from this side, and we are again going to Vigilance. Lock that down for the little bit of extra defense. Move over here, see if we can't get lucky again and chop off his other leg.
Targeting for physical attack.
We did! Good job, Hammer.
Target eliminated.
My campaign, I kept looting tons of PPCs. You haven't fought many of those yet, maybe early mix. Panthers have them. The Butcher has them. We've been running into a lot of Turian Panthers, which I thought was kind of weird. But normally the Panther would have a PPC on one side. Oh, no! Oh, the Vibro Sword is destroyed. That's unfortunate. Luckily for us, the Vibro Sword is considered part of the equipment of the mech, so it can't ever actually be destroyed. So if you were worried, as I was the first time that happened, fear not, we are safe. The Vedette or the Pegasus? I really want that Pegasus down, because that Pegasus just irritated me a lot. MMLs, no thank you. Fire everything else. We'll let the cannon settle. And fire the lasers and everything else. And a couple of hits on the Vedette. I wasn't even... Oh, I aimed at the wrong target. My mistake. Okay, who's moving next? It is the Jenner. It was Jenner A. Firing his large laser. Oh no, 2 mediums. Didn't fire the large. You still have it. Let's see if Brother's in range. If not, Brother isn't close enough to drop on top of people.
I hear ya.
Witness. Witness does not have a good shot. Sprint to keep up. Ooh, he can't move there either. So there is a dropship inbound there and a dropship inbound there. So we are kind of threading the needle here. Yeah, we're going to walk it since we're going to be moving to the same spot anyway. See if we can't pass it. 11%, 12%, 11%, fire.
Firing everything I've got.
He's not going to... This mech is not in a good position to contribute hugely to this battle, so... hop. Oh, beautiful.
Copy that.
Set that to cluster. Line up on his back.
Copy that.
Everything we've got. And I think... I have hope, anyway. Maybe not. 55 health might be enough. There goes this large laser. He's having a bad day. And the pilot's out of there. That's going to be a lot of a Jenner that we're not getting. So the irony is we're currently doing lots of surgical strikes and picking off of pilots and that sort of thing. Except we're not going to be able to benefit anything from that. A machine gun fire hitting the arm. Is that arm still there?
Armor breach.
Good, it is. Except we took this mission for cash. So we're getting none of this. Alright, let's run over here, stomp on his back. Yeah, we're going to lose the arm, but I want the vedette gone. There we go. He's down. Yeah, the Pegasus is going to rip off our arm. I have high confidence that will happen.
Ready for
My employer... Yes, he is. It's like, I get to have all that stuff he's not getting. And peppering the rear armor. Whole bunch of hits on that one, too. Pegasus gets to move. I assume if I were the Pegasus driver, I'd get around behind him. Get behind him and nail him with everything I've got. Come on, make your decision. It's not a hard one. Or, you know, he could fall back into the forest and just be an overall jerk about things. Although, he did just do me a huge favor by shooting at the Hatchet Man instead of at Hammer in the Valiant, because now Hammer might be able to actually get into range, stomp on him before anything bad can happen. Alright, let's get a sprint going. Wow, we're not moving quickly in this water at all.
on it.
So, we gave that slug a round to reset. Fire.
Here we go.
I think he missed with the slug and the lasers. He's over here, not over here. And Witness. Witness can continue to provide extra long-range fire support.
Moving out.
His Pegasus. Yeah, the Pegasus can definitely get out of dodge if it wants to. Alright. Come back to Hammer. Although he could be... He did not. I was worried he might beat Hammer in the roll, but he didn't. Nope, I want to step on him. With the big steppiness. 91% chance. You have a chance to end it all right here now, Hammer. Can you do it? He could. Alright, dropship in... I thought I heard a braking sound. I was like, did I screw up again? Apparently not. Okay, we're good. Dropship's right there. He's equipped with a whole ton of weaponry that he's not actually going to be able to use. Okay, so let's go claim the tile. Or the home base. I think this way might actually be faster than trying to go through the water. Darius, we've killed everybody. Do we really have to go back and do this? So it's a race to see who gets to win. Will it be Witness or will it be Hammer who gets there first? Or I suppose Brother. There's no way Ripper's getting back in time. That's just not a reality that can happen.
No shooting, just running.
Alright, he's done. Back up to the top.
Waiting for orders.
These things have guns. They have a lot of guns, and they should be utilized.
Roger that.
Ah, it was the corpse of an enemy. That's good. I was worried that I screwed up again and blew up another mech. At least Ronan wasn't in it this time. But yeah, they've got large lasers and LRMs, and they are actually really powerful. Like, they will mess things up. Although, in Mech HQ, I found their greatest power comes in the form of crash landing them on top of other mechs. Because that is just hilarious. It digs a trench like 100 meters long.
I hear ya.
Yeah, but then the mission where you fight for them would be ended, and they all got vaporized by naval armament. Well, they're not warships.
Going turbo.
Most people don't have them. Kills your loot. Oh, does it? Well, we don't have a loot table for this one, so it really doesn't matter.
Standing by.
And the winner of the race is Hammer. able to get back in the tile zone before everybody else.
Standing by.
And in second place, it would have been the Hunchback. And in third place, his brother. Oh, maybe not. Brother might make it too. Ah, brother makes it too. Brother for second place.
Copy that.
So the two melee mechs able to outrace everybody else back to home.
What can I do for you?
Can we just agree that the fortress has been officially occupied? Thank you. Okay.
Mission successful.
So we've dealt with everybody who was here. And the Lyrans will now take things, and they will be happy with us, which will give us even more bonuses to our happiness meter with them. Get enough of that, they start paying us more money. And the loot table doesn't matter on this one. We took this mission for cash to give us about $1 million. The payout was 1.04 million sea bills. Lovely. And the Valiant was the only thing that killed anybody. We got a machine gun light. Oh, wow. Really, game? That's a pretty big middle finger. You could have given us any of those fusion cores that we managed to salvage, but no. No, it's all given to us out of a single machine gun light. Don't trust your employer. They're bad people. Doesn't matter how much they like you or how much they say they're the good guy. So, pretty nice couple of pickups on that one, though. I think the Valiant needs the defense gyro. And one of the Guardian ECMs, but that means losing something. And I kind of don't want to lose the lasers, even though we don't really use the lasers. We could swap them out for smalls. That would free up a ton. Is Guardian ECM 1 ton or 1.5? I mean, ideally, we'd also get stealth armor on it. Just allow it to be super maneuverable. So 6,000 for the next 3 days, so a nice light mission. Light touch on that one for sure. And we're looking at 2 days on the Valiant. And 1 day on the Hatchman. The Enforcer is 21 days out. So fix. Quick check of the mech bay, make sure that everything is nice and fixed. We're over $1 million, which is nice and comfy. Yeah, the Valiant needs to fix its sword. We need to hammer a new one. A good hammering. That'll take us no days. Our experimental vibro sword is repaired. Ah, Raven, I need to do something with you, but I don't know what. The B team could take a mission. The B team would take a lower level mission, obviously. Because they're lower level pilots. Defend base for 10 turns or an escort. Both of them would take quite some time. Let's take this one for some stupid salvage. And I think that's going to get us up to the next level. Stick an AC-20 on it. I'm sorry, but I don't think it fits. Pull everybody off. Alright, Exodus will go on you. Bullet on the Centurion. Doesn't really matter how these two shake out, because they're the same stats. Oh, actually, no, he's a better pilot. Who is the best pilot? Yeah, the best pilot will drive that. It does if you take out most of the engine. Well, we need the engine to survive, and if I'm perfectly honest, I don't think this Raven has a ballistic hardpoint. Yes, a Raven that moves at 2 kilometers an hour. Now, if we wanted to do that, we'd build an urban mech. Well, we haven't run into many of those. I'm a little bit surprised, considering how popular they are. So I will probably work on the Raven over the weekend and try and figure out something with which to construct it into. Something amazing and powerful and awe-striking. Maybe. We'll have to see. It's going to be difficult. So let's drop down on this defend base mission. We will have 10 turns to preserve the base from incoming enemy fire. And we have a couple of melee mechs which might have something to do about that. Now, if it is the super wide map, that could be a bit of a problem, because running melee mechs from one end to the other is not easy. Although we could run the Valiant down south and keep the Hatchetman up north to immediately deal with those guys. Fire long range using the cannon. That might work out. Having 2 LBXs is very nice. It lets us play with the very fun new toys with the ammo switching. Alright, let's rock and roll. Bullet Trap, unfortunately, is not a happy camper. He's in low spirits after breaking something. Oh, we're actually in a walled-off compound. Oh, we fought against this before, didn't we? Alright, so the Lance is trying to reach home. And if they do, they will activate things. And they have a Stinger and an Urban Mech R60. Okay. That's an interesting one. So Stinger on the roll. And not in range yet. Where is the enemy coming from? That is the real question. Destroy the enemy vanguard. The vanguard is here. Learn base. Ensure all buildings survive. Cover the friendly lance. Destroy the vanguard. So the vanguard is out there. Okay, hacker.
Standing by.
Yeah, it's time to get on the roll with the hatchet man. You might not make it in range with anybody. Oh, road? Okay, road.
Definitely.
What'd you miss? You missed about... I don't know how long you've been gone, or if you haven't been here at all. But if you haven't been here at all, you've missed an entire stream. Because this will be the last mission before we wrap things up, unless you guys want to build a mech in the mech lab. But I really kind of have to go after this, so maybe not too long in that. So Spider rolling up, 30 tons, opening fire immediately on the Centurion. Lovely, not targeting the defensive mechs that we need to protect, because if we get that, we get the turrets back. And Exodus
Ready for orders.
will not be able to get within range, unfortunately, but he can get close and fire parry VR mediums. Get on in there. And time to blaze away. Come on. Had to tiptoe his way in close. Ooh, got a structure exposed already. Now, unfortunately, because it's a normal spider, all the weapons are in the CT, so it doesn't matter. It can lose everything except both legs and the CT, and it'll be perfectly happy. Got a panther off in the distance. Are you a dangerous panther, or are you another Turian panther? Majestic, bring in the hunchback. Do you think the hunchback could hit a shot that far? No. 18%. Strip in nice and close. Still 18%, so I'm not necessarily opposed to this.
Oh yeah, you got it.
And how are we going to do with that? Yep, still 18%. Fire. I had hope. What can I say? Opened up his torso, blew out a jump jet, so we'll be a little less maneuverable. Hopefully we'll be able to move faster than him and we'll be able to axe him. Who's next? Bullet Trap.
Receiving you.
Well, the fun thing about Bullet Trap is he's got an AC-10, and he can set that thing to cluster rounds. This is still Ripper's Rumblers. Unfortunately, we ran into a little bit of a problem, Josh, where I couldn't start a new game. It would just crash on me. So we're doing, just for this week, we're doing another episode of Ripper's Rumblers, and next week will be the start of the proper campaign for the stream. Come on, Urban Mech, you're in his back. And you missed. You missed it badly. Never gonna get over that pronunciation of Turian? Torian? Yeah, it's about the same.
Standing by.
Valiant. Let us valiantly slay him.
Confirmed.
So, 99.1%. And he does not disappoint. Putting his boot through the back of it, even though he had a vibro sword.
Hostile removed.
Alright, so that's the first one down, and that is unknown targets. Stinger is in range. Turrets online. Oh, that'll be nice and lovely. Unfortunately, there's a fire starter now behind the Valiant, who, lucky for us, decided that he was not actually interested in shooting the Valiant. Sometimes you have to wonder about their tactics.
Roger. Full speed.
Are you pirates? Because if you're pirates, kind of... 47, yeah, we're firing the cluster. We're getting some damage on, although we missed a lot of those clusters, even with that 47%. Opened him up, structure exposed, as is his leg. He's not having a good day, I assume. The Urban Mech is rolling into battle. He is confident. Maybe he should be a little bit more cautious, but more power to him.
Commander.
Majestic has a hunchback with fire control computer. That's a 28% chance. Not a good chance. Shut off the cannon. We're going to reset it. We're going to fire medium laser only. And next turn, if he survives the engagement with the Valiant, we will run behind him and fire an AC-20 shell into his back. And that ought to be pretty fun. Sensor lock going down on him. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Sensor lock very powerful in this version. He cannot run away anymore. Panther opening fire on the hunchback. He has a PPC. Yep, so this is a dangerous one. Oh, this is a real Panther. And not the fake, stupid Panther. Oh, we got another mech. What are you? Oh, a Raven. He's a mech. He needs to be suicidal or a colossal screw up. Or both. Alright, Centurion doesn't have a shot there. Does have a shot there. And we'll fire the cluster rounds out, because I think we can open him up. Another good penetrating hit. And there goes just half of his mech. We just bored right through that. Okay, so he's down. Another sensor lock going down on him. And just got nailed with a large laser. Is it a large pulse? It is a large pulse. Ah, he got hit by 2 of them. Oh, wait, are you a bombast laser? Well, in any event, the Panther's having a bad day. And who gets to move first? Phase 20. Oh, that's always interesting. Stinger rolling back out into battle. He's only got, what, 2 medium lasers? Managed to hit. He's got 3 medium lasers. Oh, this is a well-equipped Stinger right here. Exodus. You're in range. I love this mech. I love this mech so much. When he's on a roll, this Valiant does not stop. Just court him out. I really should not be doing that. I really should be trying to save parts of that mech. That was foolish. I thought he was going to take off a leg. That's the argument I'll make when I'm trying to convince people that I'm actually not just gleefully annihilating anything I run across. You can build an entire company on that concept. There's nothing wrong with it. And the Hatchet Man. The Hatchet Man will get to cool down and settle the cannon when he finally actually fights that Raven. Although I anticipate the enemy will show up from the other direction, which is about to make my life a little bit more difficult. But the Valiant should be able to handle it all on his own. Oh good, we have line of sight on him, so we can see him. And he's going to fire at a medium reinforced building, and I think that was a miss. Did you seriously miss with a large laser? Not going to complain, but dude. And a large pulse laser firing out towards the Raven. 1 miss, 2 miss. Ooh, he did manage to hit him with 9 damage. Yeah, that's a bombast laser. And there goes the sensor lock. That's what he needed before. Bullet trap. Do you think you can get a good shot on a Raven? You can get a mediocre shot on a Raven. We'll take it. Fire those MMLs and cluster rounds to continue. Yes, we probably shouldn't be using cluster rounds until we've opened him up, but we need the accuracy bonus. We really do. Structure exposed. He's having a bad day. More laser fire coming down, plus some long-range missiles. And doing a good job of opening him up a little bit. I might be able to get in range. Gee, thanks for the heads up. Let's see if we can't kill this Raven really quick here. Got a 10-ton truck. Yep, 10-ton truck is nailing the medium building. That's going down. I really kind of wanted just to get the cash bonus, but that's not going to happen. Scorpion back here. Got a whole bunch of stuff. And a Saladin. Oh, that's dangerous. Not the Commando, but the Saladin is deadly. Tell the 10-ton truck. I'm guessing that was rocket launchers. Commandos. Gonna fire at the laser sniper turret and nail it. Please don't kill my laser sniper turrets. I need them. And the Stinger is moving down south. Enemy turn. Come on, let me move before this Raven. Crash MX only take the craziest to worst. I suppose that's one way of putting it. Laser. Yeah, there goes our medium reinforced building. No 30% bonus for us.
Friendly structure down.
It's really such a bullcrap system. The fact that they can just spawn in and immediately target the buildings and annihilate them. But it is the game. But it is one of the reasons why I tend not to take defend base missions anymore. Because until we shoot at them, they will focus on those buildings to the exclusion of everything else. Which makes life a little bit more difficult. We're just going to run right down here. It's going to take us a little while to actually get within range. So by the point we actually do get in range of them, they may have flattened the entire base. And what else we got? I would really like to shoot that Raven before he can move. Can that be made possible? And the game is thinking about it. Nope, the game is like, no. Not happening. Alright, Majestic is not going to get his free AC-20 shot on him. Even though that was going to be really fun. 20%? How about if I got even closer? 20% onto 23. Yeah, we'll take it.
Roger that. No shooting, just running.
Alright, be bold, be aggressive. You got a 28% chance. You missed. And missed again. It's all fun and games, making fun of the urban pilot until someone gets urbanated. Well, some of them do have AC-20s on board, so we should keep that in mind. They've got paper armor at that point, but they do have AC-20s. The spider's about to target the next building because I assume that this... Or does it? I'm really hoping this provides a blocking line of sight.
How's it going?
Alright, Hacker. Hacker can fire a pretty decent number of shots into him. Yeah, we'll walk it. We'll go for the accuracy. Okay, let him up cluster rounds. His leg is open, so there is that going for us.
Locking in all weapon systems.
And a pretty good number of those first pulse laser hits. A decent number of the clusters as well. Kinda hoping that the leg would be destroyed, but does not look like that was meant to be.
Good.
Did take out a double heatsink, so he's gonna have heat problems. And sensor lock's going down on people that we don't care about, because we're not engaged with them. Commando taking a couple of hits, but nothing too serious. It is a commando after all. Never mind, I take that back. The commando just took a massive laser shot to his arm and torso. Unfortunately, the pulse laser was focused right in on that location and missed the next couple of times. You can see a trash can walking around with an L on it. You run away. Bullet trap.
Ready for orders.
Okay, bullet trap. You had a line of sight there. I saw it. What a heck of a line of sight, too. It's on a Saladin from maximum range. I'm on board with that. Turn that cannon off. Saladin, please. Hopefully work at him from beyond his range, because otherwise pain is about to come. A couple of hits. Nothing too terrible.
Let's hit him hard.
What are we dealing with next? Who gets to move first? Because it sure as heck ain't gonna be us. Oh, we got another one back here. It's another commando. So multiple commandos on this mission. Stinger is jumping 6 inches in order to make himself less accurate when firing at that commando. He is unsettled, though. So the commando's having a bad day. And movement off on the other side. We got a rocket techie, who is apparently firing rockets at the Stinger. Interesting. Oh, they're LRMs, obviously. So he's not actually a rocket techie, he's an LRM techie. We'll keep that in mind for future use. Is any gun going to be in range for Hacker to actually hit? I don't think so. I think we are going to end up somewhere around here and not actually be able to hit anything, which means we'll be too close to that Saladin to actually be safe. So if that Saladin wants to move forward and shoot the Stinger, that would be just wonderfully helpful. See what the enemy actually has planned for it. Commando is turning around and going away. He is not interested in this battle anymore.
Yes, boss.
Majestic. Oh, Majestic's gonna have a shot. 54. Okay, now here's... No, we're not gonna be able to get anything better than that. So... take the shot right here.
Consider me there.
It's a 54% chance. Roll the dice time. Oh, we nailed him on CT. Is that engine destroyed?
Something good.
I saw engine destroyed. That CT is... Oh, there is a giant hole right now through the middle of that fusion reactor. Good job, Majestic. We don't need much damage to kill this Raven. We did get a gyro crit for sure on that one. Oh, Hacker.
How's it going?
Hacker's gonna be able to follow up. I don't think we dare. Oh, it'll not. I'm gonna do it.
On my way.
I shouldn't. The smart money is to just fire pulse lasers at him. Oh, but Hacker did not care. He is down. Raven is out, and that takes out the initial Vanguard. So that gives us a pretty big bonus. I think it's like 10 or 20%. So happy with that. And we're now in a position to charge these guys with 2 of our mechs, of which they don't have particularly much. 2 spiders and a couple of technicals. And the Saladin is pulling back. Interesting maneuver. He's placed himself behind the location. Now what that has done is it's made it very dangerous to come charging in here. I'm going to Vanguard, or Vigilance. That way we're even better protected as we come charging in as close as we can. Be a 20% chance to hit, which is not fantastic. But he will be there and he will be aggressive. Oh, it goes up to a 28. Managed to actually hit him with that 28. He's at full armor. Ripper's thinking, I hope my allies get I think my allies get hit with AC-20s. Hopefully not. So we got Mr. Urban Mech moving around. Scorpion pulling back, firing at the laser turret. Laser sniper turret is still alive. Just last a couple more rounds. And also, if someone could start laying down even more sensor locks so we can hit something accurately. Vedette Vantise. There's that to worry about as well. But I think they might not be able to get any other things. So we may have this somewhat locked in. Okay, Commando moving around the corner.
Ready for orders.
Not really accomplishing much with that maneuver, but hey, who am I to judge? Alright, we'll have a good lock here. Cluster to on, set that to slug. Not you, but you. It's going to be a 30% chance to hit. Turn it off, we're not going to use it.
Aye, aye.
I hope the Saladin would shoot the Stinger and not your Rex. Well, yeah. I don't gotta pay for that Stinger, they do. Okay, that's a miss with the big laser, but it does look like you're hitting him with the... I don't know if this is a bombast laser or what, because it's shooting 4 times. So, he does have a structure exposed, and that's his engine destroyed, so he's gone. Lovely. Yeah, the question always comes down to, do I have to pay for it? If no, okay, I hope they get shot first. Which is why I didn't want them to shoot the buildings, because I pay for it in like 20 or 30% of the potential outcome of the cash on this mission. Oh, the spider's coming in close. Is he coming in for a melee attack? He's coming in for a melee attack. Oh, wow, you actually hit him, but still, I can't help but think that may have been a mistake. Just maybe. I mean, you're at point blank range on the Hunchback, so... yeah, that may not end up working for you. Allied turn. Let's see what they're going to do. And I see nothing. Is it a turret? Is it a stinger? The stinger is going to bounce to the other side of the forest and do nothing. Exodus doesn't have a shot. Let's okay, they're 5K variants. They took a good scout and turned it into a militia mech. Can you really classify the spider? Okay, the spider is very maneuverable. So it does have that going for it. Who's moving? Yeah, that's the enemy. Okay, the Saladin. The Saladin has exposed himself and has fired at the Stinger and has missed. Now the question is, do we have enough sprint to get there? That could be tight. We do. Oh, we do. Hi. 92% chance. Let's do it. Spider melee hatchman. Yes, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. We're gonna have to see how it plays out. And Saladin, please go away. That Saladin has gone away.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright, and we're feeling good. We got inspired by that. Enemy turn, so we now have a Valiant next to 2 commandos who were trying to hide behind a mountain. I think they may not be happy campers in the nearest future.
Standing by.
Majestic. Hi. It's really not a very good shot. We're gonna take it anyway. Oh! Majestic! It was a 23% chance shot. A 23%. And he just planted it. Oh, he had to be very careful not to hit Hacker in the back with that as the shell went right through that bloody spider. Okay, that was beautiful. Hacker, you're up. You've got a rocket technical, which you may be able to take out with your cannons. You've also got a side shot on the Vedette. We'll walk over here. Hope for the decent shot on the rocket techie. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Okay, blazing away. Structure exposed. Come on, give me that kill. Give me that kill. Okay, good. We got him. I'm probably had another 40 damage. Yup. Oh, that was a real Hail Mary. I didn't think it was gonna hit. I was like, I'm just gonna shoot it. I'll hit him with the medium laser, and then next turn he's gonna try and stay close to shoot me. Alright, so we've almost got most of them, honestly. We're down to a Vedette and a Spider and the 2 commandos. And we've got 4 turns to do it or so? We got a chance. Missiles coming down on the commando because he had to reveal himself. I think we're going to run around and axe him because the turrets might be able to handle the one out in the open. The Urban Mech might be able to handle him. Urban Mech has hit him and structure exposed. Some machine gun fire. Doesn't look like any penetrators. And a deep scan going down on that one. Bullet Trap is up next, and Bullet Trap will have a shot. Is it a good shot? It's not a good shot. It really is not a good shot. That'll be... okay, that's a slightly better shot than I thought. Oh, you're going to move up. Turn that cluster on. We're going to hunt for some crits. To blaze away with the missiles, and then the MMLs. And doesn't look like we broke much. New round. Alright, Majestic. There was a spider standing about 6 inches away from you, and the last time that happened, it did not end well for the spider. Although, granted, you only have a 20% chance to make this shot. So, best of luck to you. And if you manage to pull this one out, I'll give you a raise. Yeah, you missed that one. I kind of figured. I'm not at all salty that he missed. That was actually really to be expected. The last shot was just a stroke of genius, so I can't blame you at all. Still, it would have been really cool if you just systematically wiped everything out. Alright, enemy gets to move. I'm going to assume it's that spider. It might be a commando. Or it could be the vedette. And where is the movement going on? Somewhere. It's thinking about it. It's thinking long and hard because that commando has moved around and decided to open fire on the urban mech with his large laser. And a pretty decent number of hits with the missiles, but not much with the large laser. He said Razor shocked him and pulled his aim. Apparently so. I need to threaten to fire them all. I've got a melee attack coming in from a commando. Dude, bro, not the most brilliant strategy you've ever done. Because I think you're dead now. You've just shown your back to an urban mech that's going to be moving soon. So you might not be long for this world. And that'll allow me to focus on the other commando who will not be long for this world. And yeah. Do they all get to move before me? Because that would be unfortunate. We may have the chance to actually wipe everybody out here. Which would be ideal. Oh, the spider is hopping back. The spider is afraid of the incoming fire. The hatchet man has been showing off the hatchet, and he's like, I want no part of that.
Reporting minimal damage.
Alright, let's get Exodus involved. Exodus is going to chop the one that's not about to die. Ooh, he can't get to the back. It's going to have to be a 96% chance. We're going to give it a shot. Well, there goes him. Don't worry, there'll be enough parts of a commando to build a whole another commando after this one. And coming up on Hacker. Hacker, are you in range? You didn't jump far enough. You did not jump far enough. Get him. Hi! This mech is notoriously slow. Oh, we did not quite kill him. He is open and exposed, and he is unsteady, and he's been knocked down. Did I mention we have an AC-20 about to take the field? So he has 1 health left. Another sentinel. And there goes the other commando. We're down to a vedette and the remains of a spider. We could build another one. But would we want to? The vedette is running away, you coward! You get back here, you little... I have not fought my way through all of this to have you run. Give me a line of sight. Got it.
Aye, aye.
Keep blazing away. You hit that vedette with everything you've got. No mercy, no survival, and do me a favor and try not to knock out the entirety of the gate. We need that. New round. We've got 3 rounds left to kill a vedette and most of a spider. Stinger is finally deciding that he no longer wants to be hopping around in the forest, setting fires.
Orders?
Exodus. Can you get here? Next turn? For sure? You promise? Okay. So stacking up our movement. Blink away. That was a hit. We did hit. So he actually does pretty good with those ER mediums. And Majestic, if I walked you up and told you to fire an AC-20, you would tell me you had a 72% chance of actually making that happen. Make my dreams come true, please. Good. Ah, this hunchback. It's a spider killer. Alright, we got Hacker to move up next.
Receiving you.
And Hacker will be able to get a line of sight. Sprint. Yes, he can. Come on, show me that back shot again. There we are. Hi, Vedette. You're trapped between a rock and a very hard place. 54.
Confirmed.
We hit him. All right, that's good. That's really good. We hit him with the slug round. And his back is not quite open, but we've managed to pepper him pretty badly there.
Standing by.
And Bullet Trap can now come up from the other side, and Bullet Trap's going to run forward as well.
Throttle down.
And Bullet Trap is going to fire a cluster round because he's got terrible accuracy with everything else. So he's making the most out of his armor, but he's caught between 2 very, very, very unpleasant things. Urban Mech not contributing much to this battle. You're all that's left. He's moving! Ooh, missed the Valiant. Plus the missiles. And no armor penetrations. Alright, we're just gonna walk up and kill him now. Unless the AI does it first, because he came in close to some turrets. Oh, I saw a structure exposed. Yep, AI took it first. Alright, that's gonna be the mission. We managed to wipe out the Op 4 completely.
Mission successful.
Change into swatter. I think he's happy with his numerical designation. So we did take that mission for stuff. Unfortunately, we had a lot of AC-20s on CTs, which is not a bad thing normally, but maybe a couple of more leg shots would have been more useful. Although putting that shell right into the back of that spider was amazing. We still made 37,000, and that was with a 35% increase. Very nice. And the Lyrans might like us in the next level. The Valiant just picking up kills left, right, and center. As did the Hunchback, as you expect out of something carrying an AC-20 into battle. Even Bullet Trap picked up a kill. Alright, so what do we got here? Well, we can grab another Raven part. Pirate AC-10 and AC-20 plus. A couple of chaff rocket launchers, those would be nice. And machine guns, a PPC. Do I have anything that uses a PPC? No. Comm suite would be nice. A whole bunch of internal combustion engines. A lot of hands on that one. Some heat sinks. Bunch of heat sinks. Even more heat sinks. And then to jump jets, because we fought some spiders, and that has completely cluttered up the loot table. And then the ammunition. Probably not. Don't worry. Ooh, listen, kill ammo. Would be cute. Alright, so we're not interested in commandos. We're fire starters, maybe. Panthers, we just sold a bunch of Panther parts. And a Raven part. Well, we've already got a Raven. Yeah, we're probably going to get some heat sinks out of this one. Chaff rocket launchers are interesting because it's like a localized ECM for you for a short period of time. Large laser minus, no thank you. Could get another couple of medium laser pluses to throw on the Enforcer when it's done. Vehicle flamer, comm suite would be nice. We're not going to take the ammo. As much as I need the ammo to complete a mech, we're not going to take ammo. Grab a couple of mech parts to sell. Pirate AC-10. What's special about you? +1 accuracy with a weapon. No, that's not bad. Weapon has a 5 times jam multiplier. That just makes it risky as all heck. I know you need ammo, but do you really? I think an AC-20 plus, we could use more of them. They're useful. And we did just build... It'll replace the cannon on the Enforcer. Could grab that PPC. I'm really tempted with it. I don't have a mech that can use it, but PPCs are nice to have. Because you can build mechs with them. And we do have a double heatsink kit, so we can turn another mech into a mech that can do it. It's a real shame there's no double heatsinks here. So this is not going to be a tremendous haul because we just cored everybody. And we aren't going to get the engines for it. So... I don't want a commando. That's the problem. I don't want another one. We don't need them. The fire starter would be interesting. I think we got 2 parts for a different one, so that might help. The Panther was cool, but we just sold all of our Panther parts, so we don't have any. We got 1 more Raven part. Triple Spider. It's a bit light for what we're looking for, so we're going to lock that down. 80,000 in AC-20 ammo instead of everything else. We got the Commando part, the Panther part, and the Raven part. The Raven part's kind of good. That's the one I was kind of hoping for. Got a machine gun, which is terrible. A single heatsink. Out of all those heatsinks, we only got 1. And we picked up 2 jump jets. And a ton of machine gun ammo. Well, at least we won't need personal weapon ammo for a while. So hopefully this will be a relatively cheap operation, and we won't have spent a whole ton. And we will be able to move on. Once the A-team's back up and running, we'll take a couple of harder missions later on. Take something that'll push us. And maybe get some work done with that one. We'll have to see. I'm not completely satisfied with the Hunchback. It's too much all or nothing right now. A single AC-10 and a single ER medium. Until we get a better pilot with a better accuracy, we may need something better. Like, I've run a turbo back on tabletop, but it's always with an AC-20 specialist. So that's a -2. Or a +2? -2. -2 is accuracy is good, right? Yeah. So that's at a -2, which is really good. And more war happening that we're not involved with. Only 4,000 for 3 days, so we really did take very little damage on that one. So a good high op tempo on that, which is exactly what we want. And we're looking at 2 days on the Hatchet Man, 1 day on the Hunchback, 1 day on the Valiant, Forcer in 20 days. Once we finally get that thing patched up. Let's just roll in those 2 days. There we go. Checking the mech bay, make sure nothing is completely shattered. Yeah, we came out of that without penalties. So we do need to build a Raven. I'm not sure what we're going to do to it, but we need to build it. And it's technically a design we could field, I think. Oh, no, one or more components is installed in an invalid location. I wonder what... Oh, it doesn't have enough heat sinks. So we toss in another heatsink, and we're happy. We've got 12 tons to put on this thing, but we actually have 13.5 tons. And then where's that Warfare Suite? Oh, the Warfare Suite is quite large. Put that there. 10.5 tons. Nothing goes in the CT. There's definitely ways to make a Hunchback Plus. LB20X replacing the classic gun is a gimme. The classic Hunchback is all 30-25 parts. So yeah, there's a lot that we can do for it. I want a turbo back, so I want to get a bigger engine in there. But we also will have things like endo steel and ferropyros and other things to reduce the weight, so that'll work out pretty nicely. He needs a comm suite. And, right, no, he needs a slick suite. And the reason why he needs the slick suite is because it's the increased sensor range, which we're working off the Warfare Suite. 10.5 tons left on him. We can't give him a double heatsink kit, unfortunately, because we don't have enough double heatsinks to do that. Which kind of makes me think I may have made a bit of a mistake. Because the obvious solution is to give him a lot of high heat, high damage weapons. Toss in a pair of SRM 6s. That really affects our heat. That puts us up to 38. 38. Toss in a couple of tons of ground ammo in the legs. Pretty common build for a Raven would be SRMs and MLs. The only problem is we're pretty much at our heat cap. So, as much as I'd love to throw on a couple more tons of medium lasers, we're kind of at the limit of what we can do with that. The rest for heat. What we could do, and we do have the option to take this, is we have an XL engine. So we could throw an XL engine in this. Yeah, well, I can't use the double heatsink kit, unfortunately, because I do not have two heatsinks. Oh, I'd need 3. Yeah, I don't have 3 double heatsinks to throw in here to make it work, because you can't mix heatsinks. So we're going to have to hunt down some, but eventually, yeah, what I'd like to do is throw the double heatsink kit in here, and that would give us all the heat we ever needed. Swapping for an XL, we could do that, but that takes away some of the tankiness of the mech. Yeah, it doesn't have a 250 plus. It's a, what is it, a 35-ton mech? Yeah, 35-ton mech. So what would we do with 4 tons of stuff? I mean, it'd be heatsinks for the most part to take control of this. Because we're 48 right now. Pull this medium laser off. Do we have smalls? We do. Oh, I want a tag on this thing. Tanky's exactly the job description. That is very true. Okay, I have the tag, so we can make use of that. So we'll throw the tag in there. What do you think? We drop the small laser to give it more armor? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because that would put us at 33-38. Which, you know, only 5 heat per turn is not bad. It's really not. And really what I could do is I could drop the medium laser entirely. And then 1, 2, 3, get rid of him. It gives me 2.5 tons. And that gives me a narc launcher. How much is ammo for the narc launcher? It's a full ton. Ah, oh, evil. The 3L that's going to be child is an XL build, so that's not much pain. You can put up. This, yeah, having the SRMs in the arms would increase accuracy, but we don't have the missile slots in our... Oh, we do have one, so we'll swap over here. Alright, so we'll go with the XL engine. And we'll go with the Narc launcher. And then we'll go with... I want both, but it's 2 tons. Then we got the armor. Get ourselves to maximum armor up front. I don't think it can have a hand. I mean, it doesn't have a hand on the model, so I'm fairly certain that it's restricted. Yep. So it doesn't support those actuators, so we can't put hands on it. The 1.38 tons remaining. Give us more leg armor. Give us all the leg armor because we're storing ammo down there. And more arm armor. Drop this by 1. Watch the weak legs, yeah. So I think this is what we may want to try. It's heavily armored for a mech of its size. It's packing SRMs only, which might be a little bit not great. I'm not sure about that. We could swap out the SRM launchers, or at least one of the SRM launchers. That would give us 3 tons. We'd swap out an ammo at that point as well, because we've got 100 shots. You don't need 2 tons with a single SRM. So that would give us 4 tons worth to play with. We could put on a couple of medium lasers, or we could put on 3 medium lasers and a heatsink. What do you think? 2 SRMs or just the single SRM and a couple more medium lasers? Because the SRM would be doing... D minus 12 is 48 damage per. We could get a lot more damage if we went with the lasers. Oh, is the Beagle a headpiece? Okay, let's move that there. Yeah, an active probe's already installed on the mech thanks to the Warfare Suite. It's the same thing. So we don't get anything by it. Raider says SRMs attack and destroy. Welcome to the stream. Says he'd rather go with MLs. So we have a bit of a divergence in stream thought. Can I do anything else here? A case would be helpful. Yeah. Oh, that's half a ton I don't have. So the medium lasers would give us more firepower. More direct firepower and unwasteful. Lasers can also go all arms for accuracy. Yep, they can. So if we do this, we're looking at 4 tons, which then gives us medium laser, medium laser, medium laser. That hurts our heat pretty bad. We may not quite be able to pull that one off. Just a pair of medium lasers instead. And then go with a pair of heat sinks to round it out. Yeah, I agree. The 2 medium lasers for heat problems. Medium lasers are 25 normally. So. Yeah, Mavrin, the SRMs are 8 times 6, but they weigh 3 tons. Oh, I do have the slot open. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out. This will be helpful. And then we will slide over a bit to give us that. A little bit more balance on the arms. Protect them both. I have a medium laser plus. Do I? Thought we'd gone through all that. I have a large laser plus. Oh, sitting in there. Yeah, good point. So that'll also save us some time. Not sure you will get more accuracy in the arms as there's not actuators. You do. Arm-mounted weapons do have greater accuracy than torso-mounted weapons in this game. If you want to see evidence of that, just take a look at our Hatchet Man, because the 1 medium pulse laser is not mounted on an arm and so is much less accurate. So while actuators can give you even greater bonuses, the arms still provide accuracy bonuses. So I think that's a Raven. So XL Engine has me a little bit worried, but we did max armor it up. And Defense Gyro should hopefully make it a little bit harder to hit. The Warfare Suite gives us an active probe and an ECM. The SRM-6 gives us decent-ish shooting at somebody who we don't have good shots on. And we've got Tag and an Arc Beacon on here, along with either Haywire or a normal Narc. I think that works. It's going to cost us 470,493 for the next 23 days, but we'll do it because we want our Raven to be awesome.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
It's as max armor as we're going to get at this point. I'm keeping the legs kind of protected, although I could drop the legs a little bit and buff the arms slightly. But we're only 10 points down. But it's going to take us 20-something days to get that finished anyway, so I'm good with that. So the Enforcer in 20 days, the Raven in 23. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye out for stealth armor. Although that takes away its ability to provide the ECM support to everybody else, but that'll up its survivability hugely. But that is going to do it for the stream. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, a little bit longer than normal, but I suppose that's completely reasonable given that we're not doing the stream campaign that we normally do. For those of you who are kind of new here, normally on Saturday what we do is we create an entirely new company dedicated just for streaming, just for you guys, so that we can kind of go through it together. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties this morning, and we weren't able to start a new game. For some reason or another, it crashed the game every time I try to start a new one. I'm going to submit my my crash log over at the RogueTech Discord sometime soon. And yeah, so instead we had to go with this one, but we did a good job. We did quite a few missions. We played with the A-Team and the B-Team, fiddled around with a couple of mechs for a little while. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know I sure as heck did. For those of you, again, who are new, we play RogueTech, which you've seen here, and also we play a game called Starfleet Command, which is also a 1980s board game that got turned into a computer game. I highly suggest it. It's an amazing, fantastic game. If you're a fan of strategy, if you're a fan of tall ship battling, if you're a fan of tactics, if you're a fan of Star Trek, if you're not a fan of Star Trek, it's an amazing game, and I highly suggest you watch it. We stream on Wednesdays for Starfleet Command when the weather is allowable, and we also stream today on Saturdays RogueTech. But that's going to do it for today. I've been Tirek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment and I will see you all in the next episode.